Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. After a roller coaster ride of a final round at the Masters, Rory McIlroy has done it again.
And here we go. His year again. Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
The legend Jim Nantz with the call as Rory becomes just the fourth golfer ever to go back-to-back at Augusta. The Columbus Blue Jackets lost a much-needed game at home to the Boston Bruins 3-2 last night. With the loss, the Jackets now need to win their season finale and hope the Flyers lose their last two games in regulation to make the postseason. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Washington Wizards 130-117 to wrap up their regular season. The Cavs will be the 4 seed and take on the 5 seed Raptors in the first round of the playoffs. This update is sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Request your free roof or exterior assessment today at RamosRoofingOhio.com. Ramos Roofing, reliable, local, built right.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. Good morning, go to hell. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Tyvis, welcome in. How was your weekend?
My weekend was event-filled.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know one of the events you were at because we were both there.
Yeah.
I didn't see you. I heard you, which is kind of like the experience most people have listening to us every morning is I don't see him, but I hear him. Although you can see us on our YouTube channel.
You know who says that a lot? My wife. Like, I don't see you, but I know you because I can hear you. My wife tells me that I'm loud.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I was
don't know
shocked
where
to hear
came
that. Loud?
I've never heard that at all.
I'm not loud. I don't think I'm loud.
Tyvis.
Tito tells me that the doors are soundproof. They're not Tyvis proof because
That's right.
if I'm out in the hallway having a good time laughing, he says that they can hear it through the door.
Yeah.
And I think that's cap.
I don't know. No, I'm telling you, I've sat in here. Not when I have the headphones. Well, obviously when I have the headphones on,
That's what I'm saying.
we're talking.
This man got headphones on and a soundproof door. There's no way he hears me laugh.
I'll tell you this. In the commercial breaks, if I'm sitting in here, like plotting out the show and thinking about our next move and trying to keep everything, while you're out there having kiki time, just goofing around. Some of us are doing the work. Anyway, sometimes when you and Baker are out there cutting up, I can hear a little like,
Well, that's not. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I do hear sometimes that through the door,
That's
but that's
not
if
fair.
I have the speaker down.
The door be cracked sometimes
It
when I
does.
leave, so
It
that's
does.
not fair.
All right. But I'm saying I have heard you through the door, but perhaps that is because the door was cracked a little bit. I don't know that. I will say hearing you with headphones on while you're talking, like if they can hear you at Juice's studio while they're both talking and they're playing like sound bites and all that stuff. No, I think Tito is pulling your chain on that.
Thank you.
But yeah, I can hear you sometimes in the hallway, but that's okay. I could probably hear me too if I was sitting in. If I could somehow be in here and be out there goofing around.
If you're not out there goofing around and laughing like I do, then
That's right.
You're not enjoying life.
That's right.
That's what it is.
I know.
Bo.
Yeah, I know.
But anyways,
I know.
So Saturday we had the baby shower hosted at my house. It was a great turnout.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for everybody that came out.
Did you have to be there for that? Because I don't it's been a while, Stain, since we had to do a baby shower.
Yeah.
But on all the ones I went to, it was like I would be there at the beginning to bring my wife to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my dad usually went out and did something. And we have 3 of them done. First one was a shower. The second 2 were like, what do they call them? Sprinkles?
Sprinkles. That's
Yeah,
what
where
this was.
You had a sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was there. I was
time,
I was there around. Yeah. It was a 2-hour event. So
That's a very I'm saying that's a very progressive.
And it was at my
towards a baby shower.
home. It was
No,
at my
that's-
home.
that's
so it's
true.
like where I'm gonna go.
I'm saying, but like usually now is this like a couple's? I don't know what that term means. A couple's shower doesn't sound exactly like what I meant it to be.
What do you mean?
No,
Yeah,
I
what do you
mean like
mean by
were
that?
couples? Did couples show up to this, or was it just like
It was more-
mostly women?
No,
who
it
showed
was
up to this?
mostly women.
Okay, yeah, because I'm saying that the ones that I've done in the past with my wife, like that would be all of her friends and all the like women who are
Correct.
relatives
And
and all
that's
that.
pretty
and
much
all the
what it
guys
was.
stayed away.
We had the only males that was there was myself, my father-in-law,
Okay.
and my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
that was it.
We would always make the triumphant return to then pick pick up the packages after the fact, like to get all the stuff and put it in the vehicles. That was what okay. But we also had it at a place that wasn't like our house, so I could see that.
Right. And then on top of that, my sister brought her kids down, which my sister has 6 kids, which is 5 boys and 1 girl.
Sure.
So I entertained my nephews in the basement.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
while everything was going on upstairs, I was.
Were you guys playing like 2K or something? Just out there?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I had a moment where I realized I'm getting old.
Did they whoop your ass in 2K?
So this is what happened.
Sounds like an explanation is about to happen.
No, this is what happened.
Let me explain. Be something other than.
Let me explain because I feel like
Cam Ward says
yes.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's what it sounds like.
No, I feel like I had the moment. Like this is the moment where you realize that you get old.
Okay.
So I play 2K, right? I got my own little creative player and whatnot that I play with all the time. So my nephew was like, "Can I play your game?" And I'm like, "Sure, here, you can play with this guy because I don't really care if you win or lose with him because, I got other things going on with
He's not
players.
your prime focus when it comes to building a career for the guy."
Right.
Got it.
But I've been playing with that guy lately.
Mm-hmm. Cut that
up. Yeah, cut that up. That was bad. That was bad.
Please cut that up. I love how you paused and then even said lately, and you knew that's immediately going to be a drop. Immediately.
I can hear it now. Here we go. Anyways.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
I was playing with that creative player lately.
Got it.
And Dylan, lock in. I need you to lock in.
You've lost Dylan completely here. That's so good.
I need you to lock in.
No.
So,
Right.
anyway.
Chet Holmgren here.
All right, let me lock in.
All right, focus.
Anyways.
Focus.
So, he picked the guy.
Yeah.
And he was doing, like, stuff with the guy that I didn't even know I could do. Like, he was dribbling all fast and whatnot. And I'm looking at him do this.
A little love right now. There they are working those balls.
Sure. Go ahead. He was working the ball, the basketball. He's passing it around.
He was doing all the
love.
quick dribble moves and all this stuff. And I'm looking at him like, dang, my dude can do this. Then I hit it with the famous, show me how to do that.
Show me what that is. How did you do that?
It'd be like when you was a kid, like when I was a kid, right? And I knew a phone could do something. So I'd take my parents' phone or my grandparents' phone and I'd do this. Like, here, your phone could do this, that, and the third. And they'd be like,
what?
Show me how to do that.
Knew.
Yeah.
They never knew.
That's how I felt.
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, man, I'm getting old out here, man.
Yeah, see, that's a thing called you've got responsibilities. You've got things that you're doing that don't involve sitting around playing video games all day. You try to keep your, a foot in those waters, but it's just impossible. Like when it comes to competing with kids who are mostly still dealing with school and then that's their responsibility all day.
Yeah.
Got a lot more time on their hands. That's all right. It happens.
I don't want to be the old guy.
Well, I got news for you. It comes for all of us.
Let us die young or let us live forever.
No, you know what? I don't want to do that. Well, I can't die young. That's the good news. I already passed that.
Father time is
only the good die young. Well, sorry to tell you. I guess I didn't pass the test.
Father time is undefeated against everyone but LeBron James.
Oh yeah, well that's true. He
had to get back to being that guy again.
Him and Bronny are gonna have to take over in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
no one else is available for the Lakers.
Who they playing in the first round?
I didn't even look at the seeding yet. That's how out of touch I've been with
I know the
NBA
Cavs
season.
play the Raptors. That's all I know.
I hate it because I used to be a guy like you're talking about in our younger days. I used to be a guy who would watch so many basketball games, NBA games, pay attention to it. And this year, for whatever reason, it's even the last couple of years, but I still try to keep in touch with the NBA as much as I can, even though I know we don't talk a lot of NBA on the show. I try to keep up with it. This year, for whatever reason, it has been mostly off my radar. But now, playoff time, it's lock-in time.
Well,
so
you know what tonight?
I'm going to get locked.
You know what happens tonight, right?
Play-in games, right? No?
That's not what I was going to.
WNBA draft?
There it is.
Hey, I know
there
about
it
that.
is. Former Buckeye, Cody McMahon, should be a first-round pick.
Is she? I didn't know. I forgot she's draft eligible. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let her live. Also, saw that Kelsey Mitchell, speaking of former Buckeyes, got paid.
I saw that
new
too.
WNBA agreement. She got over $1 million.
Should.
Yes, she should. She had a hell of a season, hell of a career she's had. So that's very good for her. Did you watch any of the Masters yesterday?
I watched Rory almost choke.
Phew. I was watching that down the stretch. Like I said, I'm not a huge golf guy, clearly, but, final round of the Masters, it was tight. Rory was up big early in this tournament and then lost it.
Yeah, when I checked, I just happened to look at the leaderboards and I'm like, wait a minute, he lost the lead. I mean, he was like third or something like that. And I'm like, wow, don't do this. Because you always hear about how like fatigue takes over. I mean, it's 4 days of golf.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, all it takes is one bad day and it's over.
That's it.
I was like, wow.
Now, I tell you this, I feel like Rory is the guy that I think a lot of people enjoy him in the way that there were a lot of people used to love Phil Mickelson because, again, not a huge golf guy. Golf people, correct me if I'm wrong here. But Phil Mickelson, as I recall, was the guy who was like, Tiger was this like unbeatable force of nature. And then you had Phil who was like seen as, oh, he's just like us. He kind of messes up in the big moments. He gets a little nervous. He can't really get over the hump and win the major.
I used to say that a lot about Rory.
Well, that's it, right. And I'm saying even yesterday, Rory down the stretch where it's like all he has to do is like once he got back in the lead, it's like just manage this thing home. On 18, it's like he has a 2-stroke lead. All he has to do is just hit one down the fairway, lay up, tap in, make par. You're fine. You got 2 strokes to play with. Instead, his tee shot goes into like almost the opposite fairway, like whatever it is, 10 or whatever. It's next to 18, and so he's got to shoot it through the trees, and then he hits it into the sand, and you're like, is he going to really do this? Is he going to just completely melt down here?
He got it together though.
But that's what he did last year, right? Down the stretch, he was leading, and then he melted down, and then they had to have the playoff hole, and he ended up winning, and he makes it difficult. But now he's
makes him look like a hero.
2-time in a row. 2-time defending champ at the Masters, Rory McIlroy. Let him live. Good for him.
Isn't your first back-to-back since Tiger Woods?
Believe that's right. I believe so.
Only the 4th to do it all time.
So he in the same vein as Tiger Woods?
And Jack Nicklaus and somebody else.
Well, when it comes to doing this, I don't think anybody's going to put him there.
He about to go on a run.
Let him go. Great. He's won other majors, clearly. This is the one that always eluded him.
What is it, a Grand Slam?
If he does it all in the same year, I think that would be the Grand Slam. I don't know. I know it's in tennis.
A Grand Slam and a career Grand Slam.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go. See, again, not a huge golf guy. Jackets, not huge playoff guys. We'll talk about what happened last night next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning to you. Right now, we are following up on a big and serious crash in our southwest corner, just east of Galloway, 270 in that southbound direction. All lanes are closed after a crash, just passing that Georgesville Road area. And with this, we do have ramps closed because of it. That includes both directions of that Georgesville Road ramps to 270 eastbound, as well as on the west side, that 70 westbound and 70 eastbound ramp to 270. You cannot get through in that southbound direction. To avoid it all, take this detour 270 southbound to 70 eastbound instead. Get you to 71 and eventually eastbound on 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. At Germain Toyota of Columbus, it's all about you, your drive, your style, and your budget. Stop in and see Marcello. He'll get you rolling. Germain Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or check them out online at germaintoyota.net.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
Sean Man here for Universal Windows Direct. April's the perfect time to reset your home for the long run, and Universal Windows Direct makes that decision easy. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. The more you upgrade, the more you save. Plus 24 months with no payments and no interest. And if you need some more, how about a $500 bonus off your home improvement project? Schedule your free estimate today. Call 614-502-5220, universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Aviators football returns Friday, April 17th, 8 p.m. kickoff. The first 5,000 fans through the gates take home a free team flag. Grab your tickets now at uflaviators.com. United we fly.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Call today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you want and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, foreclosures, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Call today and speak with me, John Kozik, for an all-cash offer and the help you need. At 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000, TurboTrackRealty.com.
Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept. And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Byrne. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few showers this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy with temperatures in the 60s and very breezy winds. And those winds continue to gust for us heading into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies with some slight chances of showers and thunderstorms. Highs will be up right around 80 degrees. For tonight, chances of showers and thunderstorms taper off. Otherwise, skies will remain mostly cloudy with our lows in the 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, last night, busy day at the house. My daughter had a production of play that she was in, a musical, all weekend long. Marysville High School Theater Company did a great job, right? Tons of performances. So yesterday, one of the final performances, I'm watching the kid, my youngest, because we went the night before. I have the Masters on, prepping for the show, and I'm so busy. And I'm like, keep an eye on the Jackets game. And I'm, people come back over to the house, and I'm keeping an eye on the Jackets game. We're talking, and, I got a few minutes left, and I haven't had dinner because I've been doing all this other stuff. And
Are you fasting?
No, that was not on purpose. It was like 8 o'clock or 7:45, whatever it was, and I still hadn't had dinner. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Taco Bell app. Let's go. So I hit the Taco Bell.
Oh my! What you get? Did you get three cheesy roll-ups, 3 bean burritos, and 3 cheesy gordita crunches?
That's right. No, actually, what I did, I went a little healthier.
We're gonna call it the Mario.
Here's what I got. I got 2 tacos, soft tacos, just beef. However, when I got there, they said, sorry, we're out of beef. Would you like steak? And I said, yes. Obviously, I would like steak. And that'd be my preference all the time. But I buy the beef because they're
I didn't
cheaper.
know that was a thing.
So they just subbed that in for free. So that was nice.
Okay, so
I
you
had
got two soft steak tacos.
I had it's like a 3-cheese chicken flatbread with it's just chicken and sauce. It's good. And then I got a protein bowl of all the, it's just no taco, but there's like chicken and lettuce and pico and
Okay.
That's like 400 calories.
You ate it all.
I did. I housed it. No questions asked. And so I felt great. But as I'm going out, because I'm like, I had to go get food because I was hungry. But I wanted to keep.
Let me get this right. You ate a whole protein bowl, two tacos, and a flatbread.
A little tiny flat. It's so minimal. It's so small. You can eat in 2 bites.
A little 2-biter.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fold it up in half.
I got to be honest, most of their menu is a 2-biter for me. Mexican pizza, if you fold it up right, 2-biter. I'm not saying that's healthy. I'm just saying that is. Anyway, so I'm in the car, and of course, I'm like, I got to keep up on this Jackets game. And I'm listening to Bob McElligott, who we will talk to about an hour from now. And I knew Dylan was over there on the 1s and 2s running the board. And I'm listening to them sweat this game out. And Jackets are down 3-2. And I'm like, all they need is a goal. They just need a goal. Actually, you know what? I was in the drive-through line when Fantilli tied it up, when he made it 2-2. And it was a great call. And I'm like, yes, all right, Fantilli, that's what we need. This is the guy you draft 3rd overall or whatever.
Yeah. Texted the group chat. Excited.
Yes, of course. It's like, Fantilli, let's go. And then you get goalied by Korpisalo. Jonas Korpisalo. Corpy does this to you. Former Jacket. Sean Corrali, who is, am I wrong? A Columbus kid and a former Jacket player? Corrali from Columbus, right? Pretty sure. Why am I thinking that? I'm pretty sure he is. Anyway, the point is, former Jackets doing it to you yesterday. Boston set 4 or 5 of their regulars out and just said, that's okay. We don't need them. We're good. We're better than this Jackets team. This is actually, it was funny. The Flyers fans were panicking, saying, oh no, Boston's resting their guys. That's not fair. They were mad about that because they thought that gives the Jackets a chance to win. And it did, but still. Well, Jackets didn't get the job done. They lose 3-2, and everybody is frustrated, heartbroken, and knows it's pretty much over.
It was, so when I turned it on, it was 1-0. I smiled. I turned it on.
As you should.
Here we go. Then it became 1-1.
Uh-huh.
Said, okay, that's fine.
Yes.
So we are watching the second period, and it's like, I want to say it's like 20 seconds or 18 seconds or something left or something like that. And boom, they score right before the period ended. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
So then they tied up 2-2, and I'm like, all right, anyone's game.
Mm-hmm.
We get there. I can't remember what period is it. This is when I knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
We were on the power play. And I remember we was on the power play because I was at home and I said, Jackets on the power play.
There you go. Yes. That's right.
And we was close to scoring, but we didn't. And I was just sitting there like, that's when are we going to be good at these things? Like this is yeah.
I don't know.
And then when they scored the third goal, I said, well, and it was like they scored it early too in like the third period. It was like 8 minutes to go or something like that. And I'm just like, here we go. And nobody could really just come through for me.
No. There you go, Tyvis. You're coming around with the attitude.
No, you found out what it's like.
Because y'all was texting. You two are just so negative.
And who is right?
No.
None of you.
What was happening? Here's what was happening in the group chat was that like Tyvis was saying, "Wow, you guys really doubt this team," and the answer was yes, because we've watched them for years do this crap.
There is power in the tongue, and y'all speaketh of it all the time, and it gets me mad.
What does that even mean? There's power in the tongue.
There's power in the tongue.
I don't like that at all.
We will cut that up.
Don't ever say that again. I don't like. There's so much you've given us in 24 minutes of the show today. This
post-production to do.
At least it's not white goo.
I don't even know
what
that. Covered in white goo. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Sometimes just work at a glue factory. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's Rick Bowness on the mood of the locker room after that one, and you're going to be shocked by this. He doesn't sound too optimistic.
Listen, we're all very, very disappointed in how it went tonight. We are. The guys are heartbroken. We're heartbroken. And now we're in, we've lost total control of what's going to happen. So there's nothing we can do now. And we'll just have to sit back and see what happens tomorrow night with Philly.
That's the worst part of it. That you don't control it no more. Nope. And you know what? As I was sitting there thinking about this Jackets team, the one thing that Rick Bowness had going when he first took the job, was I don't know how much the Jackets believe in themselves. And that's the problem for me, because when Rick got here, he had them playing, they could play with anybody. They was beating all the best, some of the good teams and all that. They was competing on the ice. And it was like the first time where it was like, yeah, we are as good as everybody else. Like that, it was like the mindset, like we as good as anybody. And then I just watched them lately, and as they go on this streak, it's like they don't play with that confidence anymore. And it's just like, you've already proven that you can do it. Like, why don't you just go continuously have that mindset? And it was just unfortunate to watch the loss. Now, unlike you two, I'm still optimistic. Okay. There's like a 1% chance, but you're telling me there's a chance. The Flyers could go out there and lose both games in regulations.
Tyvis,
I watched the Jackets do it. Why can't the Flyers do it?
Sure. Listen, let me tell you right now. This is what Jackets fandom does. And it's no one's
not
above
over
it.
until
no
it's
one's above
over.
it. I'm not blaming you for this. I'm blaming them. Okay? But you are a wildly successful human being in your own life. You have done so many great things with your life. You are a winner. You have done great things. There are lots of Jackets fans who are winners, successful at life, doing good things with their life, being good people, taking care of the family, all that stuff. And then what happens around the Jackets? Because the way they get us is they give us it's not technically over, though. We could still do it. And you know what that is?
Ready to go!
You don't talk like that about anything else in your life. But with this team, suddenly it's like, well, but even though I've
talked about it a lot.
They've won 3 out of 12. 3 out of 12.
I'm a Browns fan. I've seen worse.
And you know who else makes you do that?
Ready to go!
As a Browns fan, I've done the same thing where it's like, maybe if we draft a guy, he'll be the savior.
No, that's not what. I go worse than that. I go, well, if Baltimore loses and the Steelers lose and Cincy lose and the Browns win, we can still sneak our way in the playoffs.
And that's just win, baby. I mean, not to quote Al Davis, but that's what it comes down to is if the Jackets have done this to themselves, they put themselves back in a position. And that's the bigger problem. This organization.
Are you saying that the Flyers can't lose 2 games in a row?
They can. Okay. And the Jackets,
they will. Tyvis, they will lose 2. Here's what they'll do to you.
This is how the Jackets will do it.
Because I don't want you now. Because this is if you're about to say that the Flyers are going to lose 100%. Both games and the Jackets going to lose to Washington.
No,
I'm gonna just dive on you.
Here's what's going to happen: Flyers lose tonight.
Yep.
Jackets win on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Flyers lose in overtime. Last game of the regular season.
That's what it'll be.
Back into the playoffs.
1 point. And again.
This is what they do. This is what they do to us.
If the Jackets, instead of being so abysmal that they won only 25% of their last 12 games, if they had just won one more, 33% of their last 12 games, they would be in a playoff position as of right now.
So you call it the Flyers?
They can control their own destiny.
The Flyers are going to lose in overtime to Montreal.
Whoever they play in their last game. Montreal or Buffalo, right? Those are their last 2 games.
No, Carolina tonight, Montreal.
Yeah. The reality is this team had it in their grasp, and they've now let it slip away to the point that they need a miracle to get in.
Are you saying that we're not getting Pearsons?
I think you've nailed it. I don't think we're going to have to fire up the Pearson gun just yet. But who knows? I guess it's still possible. A guy who does not engage in loser talk very often, if at all, Ryan Day. He talked about what kind of player he's looking for at Ohio State, and the standard is high. Details in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
All lanes are still closed right now in that 270 southbound direction, just passing Georgeville Road, which is in our southwest corner out there. Also, on the north side, we are seeing a crash out in your area. This is happening right now in 71. It's that southbound direction, just as you're passing Gemini Place to Polaris Parkway, so expect some lane closures this early on this Monday. 910 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
He's a good kid,
she's the
but
best,
yeah.
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah. We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Tax time is here, folks. That refund burning a hole in your pocket? Or maybe you're just ready for something bigger, tougher, more you? Head to Capital Ford in Whitehall and drive home in a brand new F-150, Explorer, Bronco, or Mustang with incredible tax time savings. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 60 months on select models, plus qualified buyers can defer payments for up to 90 days. At Capital Ford, you'll find great rates, flexible terms, and approval power that get you behind the wheel fast. Visit CapitalFordColumbus.com today. See dealer for details. Not all buyers qualify.
It's 2026, the year you achieve your health goals. The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
1, 2, 3. Here at the Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Did you see the video of the couple at the Pacers game?
I did
not. The game was on television, obviously. I don't remember. I think it might have been on ESPN, which is why it went so viral. But it's a couple at the Pacers game, and the guy is talking to his girl. Clearly, it looks like they're in some kind of relationship. And he's like saying something to her. And meanwhile, the announcers are like, coming up tonight, we've got blah, blah, blah. And they're like, just setting up like other things that are going to be on, telling you about future NBA games, whatever. And they show just a random crowd shot. And this couple, the guy's saying something to his girl, and she looks back at him and just goes, what the F are you talking about like this? And so this goes viral. People are like, oh, this man is in hell. Like, this sucks for this guy. Well, now it turns out these people, they've come out and the girlfriend said, I've dated this guy for 4 years. That's just how we talk. Like, I love him. He's a great guy. And she said they were talking about some random thing about like colleges disappearing or something. And he was like, yeah, I don't know if we'll have colleges anymore. And she was like, what the F are you talking about? But she was like, we're just a real relationship. So I saw that they were on ESPN. Shaq, they had them on, it was either pregame or postgame on ESPN on the NBA, stuff that they do inside the NBA.
Yeah.
Now on ESPN, not on TNT. Shaq actually got these two people. They were explaining it. They were saying how much they were in love. And Shaq said to the guy, if you ask her to marry you right now, I'll buy the engagement ring.
Did he do it? Did he do it?
I don't think he did. I think he got put on the spot. I think he kind of. I just love the fact that Shaquille O'Neal is like
messed up.
Could
man. That's messed up.
This couple went from they hate each other and they had to be like, no, we defend our love, and then Shaq's like, well, why don't you get married then? I just love how it swings from they're probably not even a good couple to why don't you get married if you love her so much? And then these poor people in the middle are like, can we just exist in between like breaking up and marriage for life? Can we just exist as a couple for a little bit longer? That's all right.
Because our phones are listening to us at all times. As soon as I open Twitter on this computer, first clip that pops up. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's play the audio. Let's see if we can.
I'll tell you what. If you ask her to marry you right now, I'll buy the engagement ring. Ooh. Listen. No, ain't no listen. Do it right now. Do it right now. Get on your knee right now. I'll buy the ring. I'll send you the Look at the camera when you do that. Oh, look at her face, man.
If you guys agreed to come to the wedding, we'll do that.
I'll come to the wedding.
No, you can't.
Well, we got to tell us what the wedding is first before we can do that. Ask her right now. Go
I
ahead.
didn't agree to this.
There you go. There you go. See, I'm like, she's like, I don't know that I'm going to get married. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Dang.
They're like Diana Rossini and her husband.
All right. That's,
Off the top rope, Dylan.
This show. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Man. That is, it's been a rough weekend for those guys.
By the engagement ring, I would have been like, bad. Right now. Listen, even if she say no, I'm going to take that ring and go pawn it.
That would have been on the bended knee for sure, Tyvis.
Ryan Day, this is, I believe, still from the Cam Hayward podcast from last week, but it's all still, part of it coming out. This just news. I didn't listen to the whole thing. So
it's called Not Just Football.
Not Just Football.
Was this the same, the whites are good?
Yes, this is where we got that gem of a quote.
The whites are good.
Yep, that's from Ryan Day. Talking about the uniforms, just to be clear, though, I don't know. Sure, whatever.
The whites are good.
It's just priceless. Ryan Day, this is him talking about why Tyvis Powell could no longer play at Ohio State.
And it's at all positions. I mean, you think about this year alone. I mean, a lot of people talk about the wide receiver position, but look at, you get Sonny Styles, you have Arvell Reese, you have Caleb Downs, Caden McDonald. All these guys are going to be possible top 15 picks. They're all juniors. But I think it's just across the board at Ohio State. There's an expectation when you come here, you're coming to be a first or second rounder, regardless of your position. That's it. Just like, if we don't win games and championships, they're going to find a new coach. Well, if you're not a first or second rounder, then this probably isn't the right place for you. And that's just the reality of it. And so understanding that on the front end, and that means there's a lot of places you can go. Maybe Ohio State's not it, but there's just a certain, like when you walk into that room and there's some guys already, who are freshmen who have that mentality that we're seeing even during spring practice. Now they got a long way to go. It doesn't happen overnight, but having that mentality, I think, is important.
There you go, Tyvis.
Thank you. Thank God I was there before he got there.
I saw so many former Buckeyes. I saw so many former Buckeyes posting. They'd be like, "Well, I guess I couldn't have played there."
I understand what he's saying because Urban said the same thing. It's like if you're going to come play at Ohio State here, we're going to give you the absolute best. You're going to have the best coaching, the best strength staff, the best nutrition. That means that your job is you have to be the best. And I was like, well, Urban. Undrafted.
Hey, you know what, though? Doesn't matter. When you were there, you did the job. You did what you're supposed to. And you know what? Screw those teams. They were stupid. They should have drafted you. They were dumb.
No, they did the right thing.
No, they were dumb.
They did the right thing.
No, that's, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that's wrong. I'm going to say they did the wrong thing to you, Tyvis.
It was a great business decision. You know why?
So.
Because you can get me for cheaper.
What do you mean?
That's the thing about the
because
draft.
you would have done it for free?
No.
What do you mean?
The thing is, when you're in the draft, right, the reason the people slip is because how can I get you for the cheapest? Because if I take you in the first round, I owe you $20 million. But if I take you in the 6th, now we only owe you like $180,000 or something like that.
Part of the fear is that if we don't take him, he may not be there.
Right. And that's why, that's where you see guys go before they should. Exactly.
Right.
Because
and I'm saying, just like we've seen guys who have not been worthy of the spot, who get drafted in the top 5, top 10, first round, second round. There are guys who go on to have great careers.
Yeah,
who
I
don't
told
get
you
drafted.
it was a guy. Did I ever tell you when I realized the NFL was like, oh yeah, they ain't messing around. They don't care who you are. It was a guy that got taken by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 3rd round. I cannot think of his name. You got to look it up. In the 2016 draft, he went 3rd round, cornerback from Notre Dame.
Okay.
He got cut. They cut this man. I said they cut a 3rd round pick at corner. Yeah, they wasn't messing. There's something Russell.
It's Kavari Russell.
Kavari Russell.
You nailed it. It says waived during his rookie season.
I'm trying to tell you, when I seen
74.
That, I said, "Oh yeah, they don't care. Like they just paid this man like 3rd round picks. You probably getting like somewhere close to like $800,000 of a signing bonus. They gave him $800,000 and said, "Thank you for your services."
Well, that's interesting too.
Move on. That's crazy.
That's also the draft for the Chiefs. I'm just looking at this now, where they took a couple guys named Chris Jones and Tyreek Hill. So it wasn't like they missed on everyone in that draft. They actually nailed a couple of guys. Really, they got a couple great picks out of that draft. So, yeah, it wasn't that they just were completely not sure what to do. They were good at the draft. They just didn't nail the third
And then
round pick.
I think he left the Chiefs and went to the Bengals, I want to say.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't
There's no loyalty there. I'm saying there's no loyalty from these teams when they draft you. It's like you get in and perform.
But technically, he was overdrafted because.
And see, look at that.
I was undrafted.
He was a third round pick,
and I
and he
made
didn't
it.
make it. And you made it. You played. You played multiple years in the NFL. That guy didn't do much of
But
anything.
he made more than me, just off of one little signing bonus.
You know what? That guy sucks.
No,
I think
he's probably living a good life.
Well, I
Probably
hope so, if he
somewhere.
made that
He's
money.
probably somewhere counting his money, eating chicken wings.
You know what? Let's not Google it. Let's not ruin the illusion, because I would hate to know that he actually, like, whatever he got was just already squandered and not good. So let's hope he's doing well. Some problems for a potential top 10 pick in the NFL draft. Talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to you. Well, right now, if you're heading towards our southwest side, a big heads up. We are still noticing all lanes completely closed on 270. It's that southbound direction just passing Georgeville Road after a big crash that happened just before 3 o'clock this morning. We also have ramps that are closed because of it. That includes that West Broad Street ramp, as well as that 70 eastbound ramp and 70 westbound ramp to 270 southbound at there. The detour, 270 southbound to 70 eastbound instead, then 71, eventually back onto 270 in that eastbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor and call a groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Truck drivers. Midwest Logistics Systems is hiring local dedicated truck drivers in your area. As an MLS driver, you'll experience the ease of hauling no-touch freight, earning predictable pay, and having a consistent Monday through Friday schedule. Plus, MLS drivers earn performance and safety-based bonuses and have access to a benefits package with health care, a 401k, paid time off, and more. Stop missing out on valuable time at home. Find a local dedicated job near you and apply at MidwestLogisticsSystems.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. For the people.com. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The rain is coming soon. How can I prepare? My sump pump's getting really old and floods are not that rare.
You're right to think ahead before you're out of luck. I'll check it out with expert care for $37. Client satisfaction guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Austin Ward here, fired up for warm weather, golf season, longer days, more time outside. Ride the momentum and finally drop the weight you keep saying you will. With Awaken 180, it's fast, easy, and we're all proof that it works. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
This spring, celebrate the women who made you, raised you, and stood by you. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. For over 78 years, whether it's for Mother's Day, an anniversary, graduation, or just because, we've had the perfect gifts for the women who mean the world to you. At Diamond Seller, you'll find timeless jewelry they'll cherish forever because every woman deserves a little sparkle. For all your spring gifting needs, visit Diamond Seller on Selma Road and at Easton Town Center, or shop online at diamondseller.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
This spring, take a break from interest with 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons. 0%. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com with Proof Credit ends 4/30.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We have a lot of stuff to get to today. I mean, we have updates on a few former Buckeyes who are having some issues, to put it mildly. What else do we have coming up? We have, we're going to talk with, voice of the Jackets, Bob McElligott, coming up at 7:17. That's. I don't want to say, it sounded like he was eulogizing them on the air yesterday a little bit, right? Where it was
rightfully so.
At the end of that game. And what happened at the end of that game? There was a penalty situation late in the game. Jackets all looked like they thought something should have, they wanted to almost argue the fact that there was on a face-off, the whistle blew, and Renski, I know, was arguing the case that he thought they should keep on, or that they should stop play. The refs didn't do that. They let him keep going.
Would you like to hear his perspective on the situation?
Yeah, go ahead. If you have it, go ahead and play Zach Renski on that.
He blew the whistle twice. Yeah, he did. That's why I turned. He's a great ref, and that's obviously not why we lose the game. I have nothing but respect for him, but I was very confused because, you hear two whistles go behind you, the play stops. So I turned to look, and he's obviously talking to the coach about a timeout. I say, the puck's out of our zone, and I'm chasing in our corner, and I'm just confused because... it's a small thing too, right? We score in Detroit with 16 seconds left off the face-off play. Yep. And who's to say we don't keep it in and score? I mean, I guess that's not the reason we lose, but the whistle gets blown twice before the puck's dropped. Even after it's dropped, it gets blown twice. I hear it, and I turn my attention to him, and next thing I know, we're chasing it, and the game's over. So I think it's an unfortunate ending. I don't know why they can't just go back and watch it. He clearly blows it and put the time back on, but I guess that wasn't in the cards.
I don't blame Zach Werenski at all for pointing out how that's weird. I don't think at all. He said it multiple times, that's not why we lost the game. He's just saying, of all the times for something BS like that to happen, which happens, right? Referees make dumb decisions. They do things that are wrong. For that to happen at that moment of the game where it's critical, my concern is, and I'm guessing his would be too, is why do you find yourself in these moments late in the season? But, you're not in the playoffs, right? You're in a situation here where you're trying to get in the playoffs. And if they had taken care of their own business, winning 3 out of 12, we wouldn't have to worry about a referee having an inadvertent whistle or being confused or being stupid. I know he wasn't blaming it for that. I'm saying I understand completely why he's frustrated, but I also know no one should be blaming that, and he isn't, for them losing that game. Jackets lost that game on their own.
I do want to know why. Did the ref actually say, hand up, I did blow the whistle, or is he denying it? I didn't blow the whistle.
I don't know that they do the thing. I know in the NBA.
Choke him.
Well, Zach Werenski definitely looked like at the end of the game. Not that he was going. He didn't look happy. Let's put it that way. He was very frustrated and was giving the ref a piece of his mind about what are you doing, because it obviously there wasn't a lot of time left on the clock. But like he said, they've scored with minimal time on the clock before. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And now the Jackets are in a spot. The stakes are this. They need Philly to lose 2 games in regulation. If they get a point out of either of them, Jackets can't do anything about it. And then obviously the Jackets have to beat the Capitals. That's where you're at.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There is to get in on a tiebreaker. That's what it would be.
It's just fitting that you keep quoting Dumb and Dumber, because that's how the Blue Jackets make their fans look. Okay,
yeah, and brings that up.
You asked why Bones. He came in and he brought juice to the team, and then in the clip we played a couple breaks ago, he sounded depressed. It's because his team has broke him down. He was ignorant at first. He didn't know.
Are you saying that he's not going to be here? I ain't going to be here. Is that what you say?
I mean, that might be a great question for us to ask him later in the week, but I mean.
He's going to answer it by saying, yeah, this also, if they lose or don't make the playoffs,
right?
He probably going to be giddy when we see him because they're going to be in the playoffs, but that's another story.
He's gonna be giddy because he's going to be on his boat in Florida where we found him.
Okay.
Well,
which that, I mean, look, we'll have plenty of time to explore these questions, but like, yeah, what is his future with the team?
He gonna say
you got a bunch of unrestricted free agents that are
even if he's not going to be here, he's not going to say I'm not going to be here.
I know that.
He's going to say we're looking to do this, that, and the third, and then we just going to look up and he's going to be like, I ain't going to be here.
Yeah, I would guess not. So there's, of course, we're getting close to the draft. We're less than 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. It's a week from this Thursday's first round. But former Miami defensive end and possible top 10 pick Ruben Bane was reportedly involved in a fatal vehicular collision back in March of 2024. This is via a guy named Ollie Connolly of a blog called The Read Optional. He said Bane was driving on I-95 in Miami when the car he was driving crashed into another vehicle before slamming into concrete barriers multiple times. So, again, picture that. Driving fast enough that he slammed into a car, hit a barrier, and then went across the road to hit another barrier. So, obviously, this was not a parking lot incident or something where you're, in a residential neighborhood and you're going 35 and you have a little fender bender. This is a significant crash. One of the passengers in his car, I think a couple other Miami players were in the car, but a 22-year-old woman named Destiny Betts suffered serious injuries from that crash, never emerged from a coma. She died 3 months later. Police report that was available at the time found that Bane was, quote, careless or negligent in his operation of the vehicle. He was cited for careless driving. Charge was later dismissed. It doesn't. I saw a report that said there was no field sobriety test done at the time, but again, that could be because the officers didn't observe anything that made them think they needed to do that. I don't know. What's odd is apparently NFL teams have been aware of this. The general public has not been aware of this, and I'm sure if you were down in Miami, maybe you knew about this at some point. But Tyvis, do you think a fatal car crash involving a guy who's a stud defensive player on the defensive line will stop them from drafting him? If a team thinks he's worthy of a top 10 pick, do you think this information would stop them from drafting Ruben Bane?
All you got to do is go back 3 years ago and when Jalen Carter went from the number 1 pick to the number 9th pick. So,
yep. And has anybody looked back on that pick and said, oh, that was a bad idea?
No, I think they're saying that this is such a home run hit. That, yeah.
I mean, we at the time, I remember I was on the air saying, I think this should matter. I think it should matter that you had some kind of criminal incident and that you were careless. However, he has been on the field a great player for the Eagles ever since. That doesn't justify it. I still think you have to have principles as a team and all that stuff. What I'm saying is we know the NFL. Regardless of what should be, here's what is. The NFL does not care about if you were in a car and drove recklessly. If there is anything they can say that you didn't get criminally cited or you didn't get, they dropped these charges. They're going to 100% say, oh, it's just an unfortunate incident. The family of this girl has even come out and said it's just an unfortunate accident. It's nothing beyond that. So they're willing to put it behind them. I'm sure NFL teams will do the same.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not going to care.
The biggest story is what's the guy for the Falcons?
I don't know.
That was involved with Rickea Jackson, who got traded to Chicago, by the way. Shout out to the WNBA. What is his name?
Why am I blanking on this story? I don't even know what we're talking about.
The DN for the Falcons that it took 7 police officers to try to tackle this man.
James Pierce Jr.
There we go.
That story,
There we go. If James Pierce Jr. is still a member of the Atlanta Falcons with everything that he's done.
You know how the NFL works on these type of stories.
Hey, man had 10 sacks last season.
Is there a video of him doing it? And is he good at his job?
Is video of him taking 7 police officers trying to take him down.
Is there video of what he did allegedly to
crash his car into her car and all of that?
Do we have I've learned how the NFL works. The NFL works this way. If you're really good and there's no video that they can deny it, or there's plausible deniability in any way, shape, or form, you can get lots of things. You can get, for example, a $230 million contract from a dumb organization. If there's no video of you doing anything, even if there's 24 credible allegations against you, you can still become allegedly the franchise player. We'll yet to see that with the Browns and Deshaun Watson. I'm just saying that's how the NFL works. It's sad to say, but you can have allegations against you. You can have criminal indictments against you. You can have actual police reports saying that there was some credible evidence here. But unless you either are in jail or there's video of you doing it, most of the NFL teams do not care, especially if you can play. And that's a cold, sad reality of that league, is they do not care if you are. So I'm saying Ruben Bane, they're more worried about the fact he has Tyrannosaurus Rex arms than they are the fact that he was in a fatal car accident.
My arms is longer than he is.
Well, yes, he has short arm. I'm just saying, that's how the NFL works. They care more about your measurables than what you actually do with your life. So if you can play football, and then everyone will claim shock and horror when something like Tyreek Hill has yet another incident with police or with someone in his life alleging that he did some horrible thing. And it's go back and look at his history. He got kicked out of Oklahoma State for assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. And yet a couple years went by. And what did we just say? Chiefs drafted him in the fifth round, I think.
Yeah, he rolled.
And then he went on to have a great career.
He rolled me in my first NFL game.
Oh, yeah. You played against him?
Yeah. But he was on special teams, though.
Oh.
He was like the PP. You know what the PP is?
No.
The PP is the guy that stands behind the line and goes, set, and then they snap the ball.
Okay.
He was that guy.
Okay.
And my coach was like, Tyvis, you got to check him.
Okay.
You block him on this play. He said, but I'm going to tell you right now, he's probably one of the fastest guys you've ever seen. And I looked at him, and I said, listen, I'm like, Schneis, come on now. I ran a 4.4. He said, I'm telling you. No, Tyvis, I'm telling you, he's fast. I said, okay. We get out there. He snapped that ball. He took off. Devo, he rolled right past me. I thought it was like I was on the treadmill. I could not believe how fast this man was.
And you learned then, listen to my coaches.
So he goes down and he forces the fair catch.
Yeah.
So I'm jogging off the field. And my special teams coordinator, Schneis, is standing there with his hands on his hip looking at me. As I'm jogging, he looked right at me. He goes, I told you he was fast.
And he was right. He was right. Sometimes there's someone even faster than Tyvis, which is shocking to hear, especially to Tyvis. Coming up next, the NFL had a big win in court. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Over on the north side, the right shoulder is currently blocked on 71 South, just as you're passing Polaris out there and right before that 70 intersection. So keep that in mind. We also have some traffic just picking up slightly in a couple of our usual areas. That includes over in Albany, 161 eastbound by 62, as well as 33 in that westbound direction over by Canal Winchester, especially over by Gender Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Want to start testosterone therapy? Go to Low T Center, the area's #1 TRT clinic for effective, custom testosterone covered by insurance. This month, get a free men's T-test and discounts on peptides. Head to lowtcenter.com now and book your free test.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Perhaps you're one of the legions of collectors who buy and sell historic baseball memorabilia. Well, this April 13th could be considered the day the hobby began. For on this date in 1872, the Cincinnati Baseball Club sold off souvenirs from its 1869 and 70 seasons when the club sponsored the first professional team, the legendary Cincinnati Red Stockings. The club faced serious financial difficulties and raised money by holding an auction, the first of its kind. Of course, the prices weren't quite what they are today. Balls and pennants were sold for $2 or $3. Today, they'd go for 1,000 times that much. Cincinnati's first baseball memorabilia auction, April 13th, 1872, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Spring into fun at the Columbus Zoo. Warmer days are right around the corner, and there's no better place to make memories. See tigers up close, watch playful otters splash and swim, and catch the baby elephants in action. all in one amazing visit. Looking for a later start? With our Zoo After 2 p.m. deal, you can enjoy all the adventure for $19.95. Plan your visit today and make the Columbus Zoo part of your spring break plans. Learn more at columbuszoo.org.
Grab me a new cross-match bingo from the Ohio Lottery.
Sure thing. You said match bingo cross?
No, the newest $10 scratch-off with prizes up to $500,000.
Yeah.
The ticket's so big, it's only sold at retail counters? The one with over $15 million in prizes? Cross-match bingo.
One cross bingo match coming up.
However you say it, Cross Match Bingo combines cash word, bingo, and match games all into one for even more fun. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Colin Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Oh, Mikey, did you know something new is coming and it's right around the corner?
What is it?
Now you can stay while you play. It's the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel. It's coming June 12th, and we want you to celebrate with us as we open the doors with a can't-miss concert and festival.
And here's something for you this month. It's the Win Your Way drawings on select Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can score $100,000. Plus, coming in May, it's the Hollywood Tribute Concert Series.
Ooh, must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save $15 on any oil change. Offer includes a free tire rotation, and you'll earn $7 toward your next service with Duramax dollars. Offer ends April 30th. See store for details.
Pelotonia has proven there are no limits to community impact. We've raised more than $339 million for innovative cancer research at the James at Ohio State. Now, new routes let anyone be part of Ride Weekend. Mountain biking, trail running, and hiking join Gravel Day. And Pelotonia Kids welcomes our youngest riders because there's only one finish line that matters: ending cancer. Register today.
Columbus drivers, there's a new Ford service team in town, and we're ready to earn your business. At the Capital Ford of Columbus Service Department, we believe service should be easy. That's why we can come to you. Need an oil change, battery, recall, or routine maintenance? Our mobile service team brings a certified Ford service technician right to your home or workplace. No waiting rooms, no wasted time. And when you do visit us, you'll see what makes a new dealership different. We work harder to show we care. Call or schedule online today with Capital Ford in Whitehall. 614-300-6657.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. After a roller coaster ride of a final round at the Masters, Rory McIlroy has done it again.
And here we go. His year again. Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
Jim Nantz with the call, of course, as Rory becomes the fourth golfer ever to go back-to-back at Augusta. The Columbus Blue Jackets lost at home to the Boston Bruins 3-2 last night. With the loss, the Jackets now need to win their season finale and hope the Flyers lose their last two games in regulation to make the postseason. And the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Washington Wizards 130-117 to wrap up their regular season. The Cavs will be the 4 seed and take on the 5 seed Toronto Raptors in the first round of the NBA playoffs. This update was sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, your convenience store for metal. Visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com or 2180 Wilson Road for all your metal needs.
If it's 4:30 in the morning and you see a ginger version of Dom DeLuise speeding down 33, don't panic. It's just T-Bone.
We are driving. We are driving. We like driving. We like driving.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are eating. We are eating.
Friday night, all evening long, we were captivated, locked in, whole household, sitting around the TV, watching the Artemis 2 fly back to Earth.
Well, you were. I was misinformed.
Yeah, what happened? You said
I swear you said 8:07 a.m.
Maybe I did. We were talking about it.
Didn't.
Okay,
you said he said 12 hours from now.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part.
I did say that.
So I woke up the next morning like.
No way, really?
No, I swear. I woke up the next morning and I'm rushing like I got to see this, and my wife was like, "What are you talking about? It happened last night."
Oh, no.
And I'm like, "No, it said the morning." She said, "Tyvis, I watched it. It happened last night." And I was like, wow.
Do you understand? Now, one, I feel bad that you missed it. because we were sitting around, and I'm sitting there as I'm watching it, realizing, because all they talked about was how many, like 53 years or whatever, since we've had a mission that went that far,
And I
went
missed.
around the moon and then came back.
Wasn't even alive for the 53 years ago.
Dude, I'm old, and I wasn't alive for that. That's all before my time. All I've remembered is, in my lifetime, it's been the space shuttle, where they would go up and then they would land it on like the runway, like a plane, but it would go up with the fuselage and all the fuel cells and rockets, and then those all separate, and then it flies around, and then it comes back. And they've never gone, that far with the space shuttle. That didn't go around the moon or anything. So this thing coming back, and I'm watching it, and we're telling the kids, right? We're like, this is history. And to their credit, they're watching, right? They're sitting down, they're asking questions, we're talking about going to the moon, all this stuff. And then it's literally the part where they're like, all right, they hit a blackout period because the capsule gets so hot coming through the atmosphere, plasma forms around it. Plasma comes from like the sun.
Correct.
It heats up to literally half the temperature of the sun. There are humans inside this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so for 6 minutes or so, they know it's going to be a blackout. If you've ever watched like Apollo 13 or any of those other movies, like you are aware of this. That's what happens now. So they said, all right, we're in the blackout period. And I'm looking at the clock, and it's like 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes go by. And so now it's like, all right, any moment now, we should hear from the astronauts. We should hear that they've made it through this portion. But it's nerve-wracking, right? Because this is literally the most dangerous part of the mission is the final home stretch.
Okay.
And then after that, it's like 4 minutes later, they're in the ocean. Like that, you either become a splat or a vapor, or it works. And there's no in between. So it's all tense. We're all watching it. And this is the moment where, if you have kids, this. My youngest looks at me as I'm sitting there. My wife is sitting there. We're both locked in, and they're like, any moment now. And she goes, Daddy, why do leopards have spots? And I'm just like, no, bad time, not now. And we both are like, what are you doing? Shut up. No, I think we scarred her because we're so locked in on this. And that is, how kids do. It's like the second you're like, it's something important. It's like, I'm in the middle. I got a work call in 1 minute. They're like, I pooped my pants. And you're like, no, I can't do with this right now. It was stressful. But thankfully, everybody, I think we then, she stopped crying after like 20 minutes. And it was good. It was good. They don't want to be astronauts, but they did enjoy watching it, so that was good.
You know what made me cry last night?
What was that?
Cry?
I was more whining profusely.
Okay, come on.
So we know the Crew played last night at home.
Yep.
And so did the Jackets.
Yep.
Soccer matches happen a lot faster than hockey games.
Yeah, they're 90 minutes.
Blue Jackets game starts an hour before the Crew game.
But
what happened was because soccer finishes faster. They just ended at the same time.
Uh-huh.
I have to do a whole post-game show.
Yep.
When I got to my car in the arena garage, the garage was still backed up.
Oh, gosh.
Because the games just let out at the same time, and you got a lot of people like crossing the street from the Crew game because they're parking in all different places of downtown for Crew game. They got the parking right there, but I feel like the parking right there is expensive, and a lot of people walk like all the way to Front Street.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so it was just a disaster downtown last
bet
night.
it was. Were the Clippers playing too? Because I know like some nights I've been down there when it's all three are going at the same time.
But you see, normally they all start at the same time, and each game has a different duration, so it's
Yes.
fine. Yesterday was just a perfect storm where the traffic was just terrible all the way until I think I left there. It was like almost 10 o'clock, and the traffic was still bad.
Yeah. Crew tied Orlando City, if I'm not mistaken. Diego Rossi with the goal. Nice goal. Thankfully got a point out of it, but that was a home game. Got to win those.
You know who didn't get a point last night? The Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man?
Don't worry. We'll talk with Bob McElligott about it coming up here in a few minutes.
I don't like that, though. Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
You up here rubbing it in.
It's not right. It's saying a fact, Tyvis. It's just stating a fact.
We already stated it on the update.
People are tuning in at all times. We're just resetting. It's fine.
They know what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they
but
didn't
still,
even need to watch to know what happened.
Well, that Dylan, from your lips to the McConnell family's ears. That's right. 3-person appeals panel on Friday upheld an arbitrator's decision that there wasn't sufficient evidence of collusion by NFL teams when negotiating the contracts of Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, and Russell Wilson in 2022, according to a copy obtained by multiple outlets. So this stems back from the Deshaun Watson contract that then everyone said Roger Goodell, NFL people were like, hey, owners, do not give fully guaranteed $230 million contracts. That's going to reset the market. You don't want to do that. And then they basically were told not to do it. And then some contracts came out that were not at the level of that contract. And there's been a court ruling on this. There's been an appeal on this. Now there's been a 3-panel, arbitrator, whatever, ruling panel that looked at this and said, nope, no collusion. And here's the crazy thing from this ruling.
Because of Jerry Jones?
It's partially because of that, but it's also, this is literally the finding from this panel. They said that they were being invited, the teams by the NFL were being invited to participate in collusion, but that the teams just didn't do it. That's what they found, is that the NFL said we will collude to make the salaries less if only you teams would do it. And the owners said, now we're good. But it still shows you that Roger Goodell literally said, please do this. And they said, we're good. We won't. But we could. League is giving them cover to do it.
I hate when people insult people's intelligence. That's why people be getting so upset. It's when you try to make people like they don't know what's going on or they crazy. So you mean to tell me they didn't collude when so for every year now, hold on, let me get this right.
Right.
So every time a player's contract has come out, he has set the market, the new market.
Yeah.
And every contract after that has been either equal or above that. For years.
Every position.
But yet the one time when the $230 million comes out
on a quarterback,
for the next 3 to 4 guys that signed, was it lower than that?
Yeah, I mean, the only one who got more, and this is
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott got more, but yeah, Kyler Murray got less, which is fair. I mean, now in hindsight, but at the time that seemed kind of weird. Obviously, we know that Lamar Jackson got less, and that didn't make sense.
It was, I think Russell might have signed.
Russell Wilson was the third one, and they're all cited in this ruling.
Right.
Yeah.
So so that happened, but nobody colluded.
Well, what they said was the NFL.
Let me ask you
NFL again. If this were bank robbery, if the crime was bank robbery, the NFL was like, we have the keys. We could sneak you into the bank and you could open the vault and take all the money. Would you like to do that? And then the owners basically said,
this has nothing to do with that.
We don't want to rob a bank.
This is the fact that they didn't collude. So let me ask you this. Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and Lamar Jackson. Was all their contracts within the same range?
No. But this panel says they did not participate in collusion. Even though the NFL asked them to, the owners did give them contracts that were lower. Somehow this wasn't a collusion effort by the legal definition of it. Just remember this, folks. If you ever think the systems are not a little bit rigged in just the general life we live, remember who got and was given, who asked for and was given a non-disclosure agreement in this case. Do you remember this part?
No.
The NFL asked the Players Association, hey, can we keep this whole lawsuit? Because the Players Association was the one saying this is collusion. They did bring this to a court, and then they had the legal battle, and then that all ended. And they, at the end of it, the NFL and the Players Association, who brought the lawsuit forward, signed a non-disclosure agreement saying we're not going to tell any of the players about this. The Players Association, the leadership of the Players Association, agreed to not tell anyone. It was only when some ESPN reporters, I believe, or Yahoo reporters, one of the two.
No, it was
or someone else. I forget who it was.
What is that? Pablo Torre.
Was he the one who got this?
Wasn't it him and Mike Florio?
Oh, you might be right on that.
I think them the two that went and found it.
They were the ones that dug this out. Was that last year or the year before? But they put all this info out there, and it's like, this all happened. This all was under wraps, and the players were never going to be told about this until the reporters got a hold of it. So that's what a system we have going there, where you're basically colluding against the players. And again, I know all these athletes make so much money, I understand. But in the NFL, they are one of the few places where they don't make nearly as much as they're valued at and worth. And they all colluded to do this. It's crazy. I'm sorry, they didn't collude. It looks like collusion, but it wasn't, according to all these courts. Sure, that's all on the up and up. Bob McElligott, voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets, going to join us next to talk about where the Jackets go from here, what the odds are, and what's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Monday morning to you. All lanes still closed after a deadly crash. 270 southbound just as you're passing Georgesville Road in our southwest Columbus area. Ramps also affected. That includes over in Lincoln Village, that West Broad Street ramp at 270, as well as on the west side, 70 eastbound ramp and that 70 westbound ramp at 270. You cannot get through. Take the detour instead, 270 southbound to 70 eastbound, all the way towards 71. From there, head southbound, eventually get you back going where you want to go, eastbound on 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
There's nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy that time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Here, let me help you. It's Bobby Carpenter, and Dr. Tesler and his team at QC Kinetics take care of your pain in the office so you can go right along with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments can help every day. I have consistent pain in my joint, knees, hips, shoulder, back. Pain keeps me from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to things that I love. I don't want surgery or a long-term recovery. I am at the end of my rope, and taking medications every day is just going to get me through the day. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you want to do that, go check out your free consultation over with my friends at QC Kinetics in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and in Gahanna.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $200 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Spring into savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, drive your new Hyundai with payments as low as $94 per month for a 2-year lease. Get spring lease savings on every model from Elantra to Palisade. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit payment on 26 Elantra SC, $39.95 down plus tax title first month's payment. 7,500 miles per year and $430.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
As high school seniors prepare to graduate and make plans for their future, we need more young people to consider a future in public education. Ohio needs more people from all backgrounds, all races, all genders to become the excellent educators all students deserve. I can tell you from experience, there is no more rewarding career.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Ohio delivers elections you can trust through unparalleled accuracy. In every election, we feature a thorough bipartisan audit with a consistent 99.9% accuracy rate. Make your plan to vote at voteohio.gov. Absentee ballots must be returned by Election Day.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. From the Ohio News Network, the Jackets are making a push to the playoffs.
Islanders and Adam Fantilli, one more time, puts it in the net.
Listen to every exciting moment, including an extended pregame show for weekend games. Proud to be your home of the Jackets. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few showers this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy with temperatures in the 60s and very breezy winds. And those winds continue to gust for us heading into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies with some slight chances of showers and thunderstorms. Highs will be up right around 80 degrees. For tonight, chances of showers and thunderstorms taper off. Otherwise, skies will remain mostly cloudy with our lows in the 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a star! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time, puts it in the net.
Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Every Monday during the hockey season, we talk to our guy, the voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Bob McElligott, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Bob, good morning, and obviously not the result anybody who's a Jackets fan or rooting for this team would want to see last night. Tough pill to swallow this morning. As I was listening to you on the air, I mean, it's now completely out of their hands. There's really nothing they can do other than beat Washington and hope tonight that game is still relevant for them, right?
Yeah, that's it. You need Philadelphia to lose tonight. If they do that, then the game tomorrow is very relevant. You beat Washington, Philadelphia loses again, and then you still find your way in. So is it the ideal path? No, absolutely not. But, there's still a tiny path there for them. But you're right. They lost their control of it along the way. And that's something that they were really trying to hold on to and what they were proud of for a while there, that they still could kind of figure it out on their own. But as you just said, now it's all out of their control. They will still, hopefully going into tomorrow, it'll still be a game that they have to win. But again, that all depends on what happens tonight.
Bob, is there a game that you can think of like earlier in the season where you was like, if they won that one game, you think that could obviously, because right now we're at a point where it's one game. If they win one game that they lost, they would be in a better situation. Is there one game you could think of off the top of your head that's like, that's the one they should have gotten that they let slip away?
No, I mean, recently there are moments. There's the Boston game 2 weeks ago when they were up 3-0 in the first period, and then it got away and they lost it in a shootout. So that was one where they had to settle for 1 point. There was the game in Montreal, not this one this week, obviously, but the one prior to that where Mason Marchment had a wide open net, and there were a couple of seconds left, and he couldn't get the stick on the puck to put it in and force overtime. So there's the loss of 1 point, maybe two if you win it in overtime. But, you go back to earlier in the season, too, and that stretch of games that they were losing in the third period. I mean, take two of those and pick whatever two you want to. If you're able to come through with 1 point or 2 points, then you have more right now, and then you're not sitting and hoping for somebody else to help you out tonight. So it's not just one, Tyvis. It never comes down to just one in a long season like this. But there are moments that you can look back and say, boy, if you could have done that here and done that there, and it's easy to find 6 to 8 points.
Bob McElligott joining us, the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jackets wrap up the season tomorrow night with the Capitals. We hope something will be on the line for that one, but it's obviously dependent on what the Flyers do tonight. Bob, as the math we've covered, it's there, it's a possibility, but let's look at the overwhelming possibility / reality of what's probably going to happen here. Going forward for this team, as this offseason kind of is starting to come into focus, would you blame Don Waddell for having a difficult time trying to figure out what team he actually has on his hands, given that we saw a team earlier in the year that really didn't play anywhere close to the level that we saw later on this season after the coaching change? But then down the stretch, when it became a lot more tense, it became a lot more of a playoff environment, this team got back into some bad habits. That to me seems like kind of a worst case scenario for this team if they head into the offseason with this as kind of the end result, where they showed moments where you think maybe this team has something, but yet now that's called into question, I guess, at least in my mind. Do you think that's how Don Waddell will look at it?
Well, maybe to an extent, or probably to an extent. I mean, there'll be a complete evaluation. The one thing that makes it hard for me right now is the thing that you don't find out until the season's over, whenever that is. Who's playing at under 100% right now? Because I think that's got to be a factor as well. There are guys that are out of the lineup. That's they're going to say that, and they're going to be right when they say that. And I'm sure there are guys that are playing not even up to their full capacity right now when it comes to what kind of ailments that they're playing with. But again, when you're looking at it, to me, from a GM standpoint, you have seen everything this year. You have seen the best of times and the worst of times, and you have seen your players' character in each of those times and how they react and what they do. And when you're evaluating about putting a group together that can go deep in the playoffs and win the Stanley Cup, all of those things are things that you absolutely need to know. So, there's a lot that's going to be gone over when it's all said and done. And, I just hope we're not finding that out until a couple of weeks from now, not a couple of days from now.
Right.
Bob, you do anticipate, Bones being the coach for next year as well, right?
Well, again, it hasn't been announced or decided. I think he's done a really good job here. I think if he's enjoyed this experience and if he wants to come back and work with this group again, I think that is extremely possible. I think that they would want to have him back, especially with the demeanor that he brings and the experience that he brings and all of those things. So I anticipate it. Yeah, as we sit here, it looks like that, but we don't know if that's what it's going to be until he actually says that's what it's going to be.
So, Bob, last night, something that kind of is, I think, pertinent to tomorrow's game with the Jackets, regardless of what happens in the playoffs. There's another bit of this that has to do with storylines in the NHL. Alex Ovechkin has obviously had a very long and storied career. There's been talk that this may be his final season. That could be theoretically his final game. However, last night they played the Penguins, and I saw that all the guys from the Penguins lined up to do a little handshake at the end of the game, and he basically waved him off and said, "Nah, get out of here. That's not a thing." Do we read anything into that about anything other than him just saying season's not over? Don't give me a final farewell. Do you think, if you had to guess right now, do you think Ovechkin is coming back next year, or do you think tomorrow may in fact be his final game with the Capitals?
That's a really good question. I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I saw the ESPN piece where they had the people come out and present him with sticks of, people whose lives that he has impacted and stuff like that. And, those are the kind of pieces that come out when you expect that it's going to be over. But then, like you said, he waved the Penguins off. But, and again, I think that, they're playing at home and they're still in the playoff race too. And I think that has something to do with it as well. It's like, look, we're not, because that was at the end of the game. At the beginning of the game, Ryan Strome makes sure that he gets thrown out of the face-off circle so that Ovechkin can face off against Crosby one more time, maybe. Yeah, so right. I don't know. I think that being in a playoff race may have had something to do with that, but I don't know. He's keeping it so close to the vest. I'm not sure what he has planned.
Man, I know it's not what most Jackets fans want to focus on tomorrow night, but that is also a part of what all of this is surrounding, right? There's just a lot of storylines for this one, and hopefully a playoff position is still one of them after tonight. But, Bob, thanks for the time today. We appreciate it. We'll talk again soon, okay?
All right, guys, thanks.
There you go, Bob McElligott on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Some problems for a Buckeye legend we'll discuss in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Monday morning to you. All lanes still closed after a deadly crash. 270 southbound just as you're passing Georgesville Road in our southwest Columbus area. Ramps also affected. That includes over in Lincoln Village, that West Broad Street ramp to 270, as well as on the west side, 70 eastbound ramp and that 70 westbound ramp to 270. You cannot get through. Take the detour instead, 270 southbound to 70 eastbound, all the way towards 71. From there, head southbound, eventually get you back going where you want to go, eastbound on 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Your reputation matters. That's why so many landscape professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event going on now through the 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. If you've been in the market for a new home or just wanted to take advantage of lower rates, recent events have shown exactly why Miller Lending chose to offer a way around bad timing with our no closing cost program. With no fees rolled in or charged, including the cost of title insurance, you can simply close on today's rates and refinance free of charge as rates improve. Over the past several months, we spoke to numerous borrowers who had heard rates were coming down and chose to wait. We explained that if rates did fall, you could simply update a few documents and refinance again, but why take the chance? So when rates spiked 0.5% recently, not only was I disappointed that we couldn't help those who waited, but also for those buying a home who just saw a sharp increase to their monthly payment. So while we can't control the market, we can offer an alternative. Eliminate timing and say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit ramosroofingohio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I just want people to know that this is what happens during the commercial breaks here is I get Tyvis saying, come over here and look at this play. And I'm like, oh, is it a guy who's in the draft maybe that the Browns are looking at? Is it someone, maybe a Buckeye that was like a high school tape of him? Like Legend Bay is getting a lot of praise. You know, maybe I'm seeing a high school clip of him and nope, it's Tyvis from, 8 years ago or whatever in the NFL.
Actually,
the clip of 10 years ago. There we go. Of Tyvis in his action with the Seahawks. This was in your first NFL game.
First NFL action, man.
And you had a clip where you hit a guy pretty hard on a block on special teams.
I had a crackback on punt return. I had a tackle on inside the 20 on the actual 11-yard line on kickoff. I had a punt. I downed a punt, but it got called a touchback. But if you see the effort in the play, it was so poetic. And I had a pick. I did literally everything you could do as an undrafted rookie.
Yeah.
In a game to show oh yeah, no, this dude actually pretty good. It was
Didn't
one of those.
The Seahawks release you twice?
Thank you, Rothman. Yes.
You did all that, and they still cut you twice.
Well, now, Dylan, I've unleashed the beast here because now I showed Tyvis because he's like, man, I wish I had a way where I could just select this little part of it. And I'm like, well, on YouTube, you can. There's a little ... You hit that, and it says clip, and then you can select the clip you want and then save that separately, and then you can post just that as opposed to an entire game.
Nobody want to see this has-been.
You want to see it. You should post it from your account.
This is the first time I've seen this in since the special teams meeting. I mean, this is the day of the game.
I promise you that I'm making fun of you, but my dad a few years ago took a lot of he used to videotape, him and my mom would videotape all of my basketball games when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So they took and put a few of them on DVD. And when we got that, I sat the whole family down and said, no, you look right here at this TV and you watch that guy play. There's actually, I won't tell you where. Good luck finding it. There is on YouTube, one of my high school games is on YouTube. You can find actual high school footage of T-Bone playing basketball. Not touching rim, but playing basketball. Very low level bad.
I'm going to do work for the people and try to track this footage down and post it somewhere.
Great. Good luck. You will not recognize me. I will be completely unrecognizable. It's all grainy anyway. Even if I told you that's me right there, you'd probably be like, yeah, you're lying. That's not you. Doesn't look anything like me, but that's what it is.
Yeah, also, I have a clip of TV versus newspaper flag football highlights.
Okay.
On my MacBook that once in a while I'll be like, oh, let me go take a look at that. Let me take a look-sees at me playing in this.
Oh, you played in this game? Oh, I didn't know that.
You was a flag football
we need to post
guy?
that.
What position was you playing?
I was playing quarterback in these highlights. Yes.
Look at that. Were you dealing?
There is one probably like nice 30-ish yard pass.
Did you
for a
look
touchdown
better
I
than
got?
Joe Burrow in flag football?
He
threw a pick six.
I did not throw any pick sixes. I can tell you that.
Listen, did he look better than Joe Burrow in flag football? I think I know the answer. No.
Joe Burrow threw a pick six. You the one that ripped him.
Yes, because he's Joe Burrow and he's playing against guys who aren't in the NFL, and he threw a awful pick in that game. I can say that. It's a flag football
Dylan
game.
did not.
My entire well, we don't know what Dylan did. I have lower expectations for Dylan Gonzalez than I do Joe Burrow. Yes, that is true. All right. Ex-NFL wide receiver Ted Ginn Jr. charged with DWI in Texas. I'm reading that headline from ESPN. We obviously know him as former Buckeye Ted Ginn Jr., and we also know that he is currently the coach of your Columbus Aviators. So he was charged with driving while intoxicated in Tarrant County, Texas, on Saturday. He was booked Saturday night and later released after posting $1,000 bond. They said that he was stopped at 12:58 a.m. Saturday. So that would be like Friday night into Saturday morning. The game that they had was on Sunday, yesterday, right? Is that when the Aviators played?
Yesterday.
Yeah. So he said, I made a serious mistake and take full responsibility for my actions. I've always believed in accountability, and now it's my turn to live that standard, he wrote in a statement. So I have questions, Tyvis.
What's the question?
I'm hoping you can help me with answers.
I'll try my best.
You have traveled as a professional football player and as a collegiate athlete.
Mm-hmm.
In any of the times where you've traveled, is it normal for the coach of the team that you're traveling with to drive at all on the road trip? Like
usually it's like an Uber or.
Well, what I mean is like you go to you get to the city for your game.
Mm-hmm.
Bus picks you up from the jet that flies you in.
Yes.
You get on the team bus. It takes you to team hotel.
Correct.
Then maybe there's a walkthrough at the stadium or something. You get on the bus, take that.
Yep.
Go back to team hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Bus is there the next day to take you to the stadium for your game.
Mm-hmm.
After the game, get back on the bus, take you to the airport.
Where was they at yesterday?
Dallas. I believe they were playing the Dallas Renegades. So this was in Dallas.
So the reason why this is flawed for what you're saying is because all of their training takes place in Dallas. So they all live in Dallas. They come to Columbus for the game, but training camp and practices is all taking place.
So everyone involved with most of the people with UFL,
every UFL team is in Dallas practicing.
Okay,
I believe.
So this was like, so more or less, this was like being near the home base where you probably.
That's why he was probably driving his own. Right.
Okay, because I was so confused as to why would an NFL coach be regardless of all the other stuff, or I know he's not an NFL coach, UFL coach, but why would a football coach be in any position to drive on a weekend when you're just there for a game and then flying out? Why would you rent a car if you have team transportation with you? But that makes a little bit more sense.
The last I checked, because I was talking to Cardell about it, but this was back in preseason or
not about this incident with
no,
just about
no, I haven't talked to him
the Aviators and all that
yet.
stuff, right?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him about that yet. He's been out of town. I don't even know where he went. I probably got to pick him up from the airport.
Maybe to the game.
Could be. I didn't ask.
When did he leave?
You know when he left? I was sitting right outside.
What day was that?
That was Friday.
Right.
He was like, go get my truck from the airport. Remember that?
So he flew out Friday. Cardale did. So presumably maybe he was there for this game. I don't know.
I don't know what that kid's up to.
All right, fine.
He's off my insurance, so I don't track him no more. He do it. Live your life.
Your son?
Yeah.
Is that not on your Live 360 anymore?
Yeah,
right.
I kicked him off all that stuff.
Now, okay, so that all aside, that at least answers why a coach of a football team would be driving anyway. But usually that's unusual.
Unless things have changed.
When Seattle would take and play a trip, when they would go play Miami,
And you
were
was
with
in
them.
Miami?
Pete Carroll wasn't like, oh, hang on a second, let me go get to Enterprise. Going to bring me a car to drive around. Like you're in the facility, you're in the hotel, you're on the bus, you're back to the airport. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
So this is why maybe Ted Ginn Jr. was driving. Now, what is not excusable, and I don't care if you're at your hometown or in Alaska, it doesn't matter. Like, get an Uber or some ride share if you are going to drink at all. Do not get in a car and drive. That's very simple and obviously not cool. So that's the part that he's going to have to answer for.
Which he put out a statement.
No, I read it. I mean, he said, I'm taking responsibility. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the end of the story for him. He can take responsibility all he wants. They may say, sorry, that's not good enough. Todd Haley took Ted Ginn's place as coach for Sunday's game against the Renegades. I didn't see what they did. I know at one point the game was like, I think it was it tied?
They were, I think when I first turned it on, they were up 7-0, I believe. And then they scored, and they scored again, and then they scored again, and then they scored again, and then it got pretty bad. But it ended up being like 28-23, I think was the final.
Did they win?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's not good.
No.
But regardless.
I got to talk to Cardell. Like, I don't know what y'all got going on over there. This is, y'all not doing well.
Are you going to try out to play defensive line?
No, I am not. I just want to give him crap about it.
Why are you doing all those burpees then? I thought that was to get back in shape.
No.
Play for the Aviators.
That is because I have 2 daughters and I have a son. And at some point, my son, I got like an 18-year head start. At some point, he going to try me. And I got to make sure that I'm ready for that.
I see. Yeah. That's why you're doing your burpees and your farties.
Correct.
That's right. So, whatever. Bad situation there for Ted Ginn Jr. Good message. Don't get in a car. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Get an Uber, get a rideshare, do something. If you're coaching a team professionally and you are in the spot where that game is happening, don't do any of this. Just focus on the task at hand. How about that? Seems simple enough to me. All right, we'll come back in a couple minutes here. We will get our Overachiever of the Week. That's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. Some great news in our southwest Columbus area. All lanes on 270, that's southbound direction, just passing Georgesville Road, officially back open after we've been monitoring a deadly crash for quite a few hours out there. Then the road officially back open and clear. We also have ramps that have officially reopened. That includes that West Broad Street ramp to 270 southbound by Lincoln Village, and that 70 eastbound and 70 westbound ramp to 270 out there closer towards that west side over by Hilliard. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey, it's Anthony. A lot of guys are looking for testosterone replacement therapy, but they get caught up paying a lot of cash out of pocket at a franchise or one-size-fits-all dosing from their doctor only because they take insurance. Well, at Low T Center, you can get powerful TRT dosed for your body and get it covered by insurance. Low T Center works with most insurance plans, and they customize every dose of TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. It's TRT that actually works with your body. And they're now offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. So don't miss this opportunity. If you've been feeling exhausted, maybe you've lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Low T Center. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Don't compromise your health or your savings. LowTCenter.com. Book your free test today. LowTCenter.com.
Coffee, sandwich, hash browns. Tired of the same breakfast routine? Time to refresh your morning ritual with a $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. It starts with a premium blend of freshly brewed coffee, a hot, savory breakfast sandwich made with freshly cracked eggs, and for a tasty twist, a daily baked donut to sweeten the deal. Ask for the $6 Tim's Trio. Your morning ritual refreshed. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer. Medium coffee only. Terms apply.
The weather in Central Ohio just got better, so why shouldn't your loan rate? CME Federal Credit Union wants to try to beat your current loan rate by 2% on autos and toys. Plus, no payments for 90 days on car loans and 60 days on motorcycles, boats, and more. Go to CMEFCU.org today.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio.
Get Eco. Hey, Jerry. Remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep, for my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco. Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco. But Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Rothman and Ice.
In or out on dating somebody taller than you?
My ego wouldn't be bruised walking into places and people saying your girlfriend's so much taller than you. I don't care.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies.
I hate it.
And little girls. And America.
I hate it, hate.
Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Fan poll question. Do we got a fan poll? You know what? We are in charge.
No.
We got a couple.
We don't.
No.
I don't think we have one. Somebody here was stupid enough to let us become in charge of the fan poll.
I forgot all about that.
I forgot about it too. So, you know what? Let's do this.
I'm going to put in the YouTube poll, what should the fan poll?
Perfect. Let's go. So, all right. You can go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, T-Bone and Tyvis. What should the fan poll be today? I mean, I'm thinking it's one of a few things. We could do Masters related.
Yes.
Is Rory on his way to it? Like, is he the best golfer on tour right now? Or do you still hold Scotty Scheffler to be that guy? I'm not a golf guy, so I'm the wrong guy to ask. But I know a lot of people feel like Scotty Scheffler is still that guy.
Let me ask you about this Grand Slam thing. When does it start? Does it start with the Masters or does it end with the Masters?
You just got to win all the majors in any order.
Yeah.
So he can start it now.
He's done that.
He can start it now.
No, but he's done the career Grand Slam, right?
Yes.
But then there's like the one where you do them all in a year.
Well, no one has ever done that.
Well, now's first.
No one has always done what?
Won every major in one calendar year. That
Really?
happen.
I thought Tiger did.
All right.
I mean, if anyone was going to do it, it'd probably be him.
I swear Tiger did. They called it the Tiger Slam.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I was thinking. All right. Well, I don't know. Like I said, not a golf guy. So we got that.
Where's AR and Timmy?
Well, then you in the commercial breaks were ranting because you're one of the 7 people who's actually watching the Aviators this year, and
they stink.
They're bad, huh?
Yeah, they stink.
Oh, that's too bad.
People joke about like the Blue Jackets being bad. They make the Blue Jackets look like the Dodgers.
Damn. That's Hot Take Tuesdays tomorrow, buddy, but I like that.
And we should blame Cardell.
In other news, Tyvis Powell is going to need transportation after today, so that should be a lot of fun. We'll figure that out.
They got to figure this out.
All right, here's the thing.
They got to figure this out.
8 o'clock, top of the hour, 12 minutes away. We'll have the SportsCenter update from some idiot who will give us a SportsCenter update. When we come back from that, we will have a fan poll decided on by that point.
Okay.
Right? So we're giving ourselves a 12-minute deadline to do that.
By the way, the Tiger Slam, he won 4 consecutive majors, but it technically was across 2 seasons.
Oh, was he like injured or something?
So he won like the last 2 majors of one season and then the first 2 majors of the next season.
Didn't win them like, okay.
It wasn't in one calendar year. It was in 2000 and 2001.
Okay. All right. Well,
that's the Tiger Slam.
Now we know. Should we, I don't know. Could we do something related to, do you think Rory will pull that off? I don't think he will win all 4 majors this year. I don't think that's a hot take at all.
Would they call it a Rory Slam?
They would have to.
Yeah, I guess they would.
And he'll get an endorsement from Denny's.
I actually, now you've made me hungry. Don't do that. Nothing
at all.
Yeah, that's what they're known for. They got the slams. They got they're the king of the slams, they're saying.
And now it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
Sponsored by Columbus Worthington Air, your trusted experts in air conditioning and heating 7 days a week.
All right, my overachiever of the week, and you know what? It could be him every single week. Probably we could put him in here, but Jose Ramirez cannot stop making franchise history for the Cleveland Guardians. He became the franchise leader in games played last Monday, added his name to that list. Then on Saturday, in a 6-0 win over the Braves, he had a first-inning solo home run versus Martin Perez. He became the first Cleveland player to go deep against each of Major League Baseball's 29 other teams, according to the Elias Sports Bureau. So, something no Guardian has ever done. He is the greatest Guardian of all time. I don't think that should even be a question mark at this point, but he continues to be awesome. So, Jose Ramirez, easy candidate for me, overachiever of the week. Tyvis?
Overachiever of the week is a guy, one of my former teammates, who's battled some injuries has been up and down, couldn't figure out what was wrong with his leg/ankle, hasn't been able to really run, had to get surgery, got surgery for the wrong thing, had to go through another doctor to tell him, hey, that surgery was wrong, this is really what's wrong, had to get surgery for that, and it's just been a whole long journey. Garyon Conley is back in the UFL playing for the DC Defenders, and Garyon Conley got a pick 6, and I'm talking about showed the wheels. I mean, he got that interception, broke a tackle, hit that sideline, and it was out of there. It was a very great moment for him because of everything that he's gone through just to get back to the field and, you know, being in the NFL, trying to get back to the NFL and all those things. He's just a really good guy, and it's nice to see a good dude go out there and make plays, especially dealing with his injury past. So yeah, I was a very proud moment. I was smiling ear to ear. Shout out to Garyon. GC Garyana is what we called him.
Oh yeah,
Garyana.
Why is that?
That's what we called him at the
Garyana.
Yeah.
All right. Gary, Indiana. No, I don't know. Dylan, who's your overachiever of the week?
My overachiever of the week is whoever runs the North Carolina Tar Heels basketball social media pages. They're trying way too hard. So the graphic is of Mike Malone, who just got hired as the Tar Heels head coach. He's holding a basketball and it says player development. And then the caption says, just to list a few. And the graphic has the likes of LeBron James, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, and just DeMarcus Cousins. Basically, if he was on the coaching staff during an all-star level player's playing career, they threw him on this graphic. Like, Joker's on here, I'll give him that one. Like, Joker was a second-round pick. He was the head coach, and he became an MVP. I'll give him that one. I'll even give him Jamal Murray's on here. Yeah. But LeBron James and Steph Curry, he developed those guys as an assistant coach on the Cavs and the Warriors?
I mean, he was there as they were being great,
right?
Sure, but that doesn't, that's...
Like, when he got on the staff in Cleveland in 05, LeBron was already averaging 27, 7, and 7. What developing did he need?
Took him to the next level. Got him to be as awesome as he is now, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That is such a weird thing to say.
That's a great sell job by the social media department over there. I'm not hating on it.
I mean, if you were like his junior high coach, and then, but even then, he was like a freak talent. Even in high school, people knew like, oh, this guy, watch out for him. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I don't know if you're developing a guy midway through his NBA career, but whatever. You know what? Let him live in North Carolina. They're scratching and clawing, trying to get anything.
They're reaching for the stars. What's the problem?
By the way, kind of bad that on our Overachiever of the Week, we didn't mention the people who sent a rocket to the moon and back. That seems like maybe all of NASA, all the engineers, all the people there. Some of that stuff was developed here in Ohio, right? They've got a lab up, I believe, Northeast Ohio. There's something up there where they developed this stuff. I'm just saying, like, shout out to everybody involved with that, unless you're Aaron Rodgers and you don't believe any of that stuff happened and you think that was all faked and that was CGI.
Shout out to Kelsey Mitchell, too.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey Mitchell.
Get the bag.
Not for rocket stuff, but because she got, $1 million+ in the NBA, former WNBA, former Buckeye there. But
is Caitlin Clark going to get that, too? So they're going to have two players on the Supermax.
I'm going to guess she will. Did you know they had to bounce the rocket? I'm just so obsessed with this, watching it. When it came in, when it re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, they said they skipped it off the atmosphere like a rock on the lake. Like, you know, if you take a flat rock and you skip it across the lake.
Skipper.
Yeah.
I watched Hercules do it on the cartoon. He took a rock and skipped all the way through the river.
They watched that at the NASA and they were like, we could do that with people in it. We could skip it. And they said that somehow kept it cooler so that it wouldn't vaporize in the atmosphere. But if that didn't work, then all this would have been.
Your science wasn't my thing.
I'm just telling you. That's I looked right at my kids and was like, this is why you pay attention to math class. Because you never know.
Did you know that I learned that you could do the square root of a number easy by just counting? Like if it's a 3-digit number, you do 1 + 2 + 6, and then you subtract whatever the square root is from, whatever number you try to get the square root from, and that gives you the answer.
I got to tell you, math with Tyvis was not on my bingo card today.
Well, math was my thing. I
didn't know that.
Every other subject I might have struggled a little bit, but them numbers, that math, I
still don't understand what you said about that.
I'll show you in the break.
All right, perfect. You do that. We have an update as well on the alleged scandal in Sedona involving Mike Vrabel and Diana-Rousini. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to you. Looking at one crash on the roads right now. This is happening just south of Grandview Heights. The right lane is currently blocked on 670 eastbound, just beyond Grandview Avenue out there. We also have some slowdowns being reported in different parts around the city. That includes that 33 eastbound direction heading towards 270 in Dublin, as well as, of course, 71 in that northbound direction closer towards that 70 and 315 split as you head downtown. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
For more than 25 years, Brothers Roofing and Construction has been serving Central Ohio with dependable roofing, siding, and exterior repairs. We do the job right the first time. So if quality matters to you, visit brothersroofingconstruction.com.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Kroger makes it easy to save on fuel. Just redeem the points you've earned to save up to $1 a gallon at the pump. See store for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring is here, and it's time to hit the road with something new from Germain Toyota. Right now, get into a rugged 2026 Toyota Tundra with just 2.99% financing for up to 72 months. Power, performance, and capability ready for every spring adventure. Or cruise into the season with a 2026 Tacoma SR5 for only $299 a month for 36 months and $39.99 due at signing. Fresh deals, fresh rides. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net.
Put more money back in your pocket this spring with special rates as low as 8.99% APR on debt consolidation loans from BMI FCU. Transfer your high-interest credit cards today. Apply at bmifcu.org/consolidate.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Hey, folks, it's Jeremy Birmingham. Berm here from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. After hitting maintenance with Awaken 180, I kind of thought that was the whole deal. All right, cool. Don't be an idiot now. Don't gain it back. Stay under 200 pounds. That was the win. But then maintenance did something I really didn't expect. I lost another 5 pounds for free. I'm now down 40 pounds, further under 200, and that's the part about Awaken 180 that still cracks me up a little bit. Because people hear maintenance and think it means barely hanging on, eating celery in the dark and trying not to blow it. That's not this. I'm eating pizza. I can have ice cream. I'm living like a normal person. The difference is I'm not fighting myself all day, or if I'm wondering what one weekend away from the plan could ruin the whole thing. Awaken 180 just didn't help me lose the weight. It taught me how to live in a way where I'm not headed right back to where I started. The last 5 pounds in free maintenance, that tells you everything. Awaken180weightloss.com. Go there now and give it a chance and see how it can help you take control of your life and your health the way it did for me. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you, because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. After a roller coaster ride of a final round at the Masters, Rory McIlroy has done it again.
And here we go. His year again. Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
That was the legend Jim Nantz with the call as Rory becomes just the fourth golfer ever to go back-to-back at Augusta. The Columbus Blue Jackets lost at home to the Boston Bruins 3-2 last night. With the loss, the Jackets now need to win their season finale and hope the Flyers lose their last 2 games in regulation to make the postseason. And the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Washington Wizards 130-117 to wrap up their regular season. The Cavs will be the 4 seed and take on the 5 seed Toronto Raptors in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, now is the time to call your friends, my friends, at Comer and Cross Garage Floor. If you want a brand new gleaming garage floor that maybe your old one, I'm saying old because you're going to get a new one, the one that you have now, it's got cracks in it, it's got pits in it, it's got stains. They can come in with Comer and Cross in one day and totally transform your garage, make it look like a brand new car showroom right there in your garage. You will be so happy with the results, and they will do that all in a day. They'll take the stuff out of your garage. They'll put this product down. It'll change the way your garage looks, and then in one day, you'll be you'll feel fantastic when you pull in your garage now with Comer and Cross. Plus, they're going to take 50% off installation right now when you call them at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's right. 50% off installation from Comer and Cross when you call them at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Their garage floor is the gold standard, so call them today. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or go to comercross.com. That is COMER cross.com. Tyvis, we got to figure out a poll question.
I thought we did.
Well, I have a suggestion from the YouTube chat that I think we could possibly work into a fan poll. All right.
Okay.
Brought to you by JT's Pizza. Shout out to them. This is from Sports Dad. He asked this question earlier in the day, and I thought it would be a good time to bring this up because there's some news about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel and whatever is alleged to have occurred between the two of them in Sedona. We've seen the pictures. We talked about this last week, but if you're unfamiliar, they were photographed at a boutique adult-only resort that kind of caters to couples, right? They were seen there in the hot tub. They were seen on the roof with the beautiful Sedona mountains in the background, whatever. And, of course, they initially came out with a statement and said, those pictures are misleading. We were there with other friends. We just happened to run into each other. It was just a purely friendly interaction, just two colleagues, essentially, people who work together, right?
Yeah.
They both work in the NFL. Well, now, and actually The Athletic, who she works for in the New York Times, Diana Rossini reports for the New York Times, which is, owns The Athletic. Her boss came out and said, we support her. We know this is, her reporting has been above standard, all that stuff. Well, over the weekend, some things have changed.
Yeah.
Because the New York Times has said, new information has come to light, and we are going to investigate this further because now we're not so sure about her story. And we need to be fully sure before we just continue to support her that everything's on the up and up.
So she's been sidelined.
Meanwhile, Mike Vrabel, this week, usually they do a pre-draft press conference. Every NFL team does this. He usually, any head coach usually participates in this.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say usually, right? Because he's only been the head coach there in New England for a year. Correct. But he has been a head coach before, and I guess it's typical that he would participate in this. Now they've come out and said he's not going to participate in this week's press conference, presumably because they know all the questions would be about this situation.
Yeah.
So there's just a little bit more on that to keep an eye on. But Sports Dad in the YouTube chat, he asked this question. Why does anyone care about what Mike Vrabel did or didn't do? I've never understood why someone's personal life that isn't breaking laws is important to anyone. So I think this could be a fan poll question. Do you care about whatever happened allegedly between Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel? Do you care about that at all? Is that a important story to you or not? Do we like some version of that maybe? Because I do feel like there are probably some people out there who wonder, why should we even, this is their personal lives. Doesn't affect what happens on the field. Why do we care?
It's because they're in the public eye.
Well, there's that. I think there's that. I think there's also a question of
in the grand scheme of things, do people care? Not necessarily.
Well, we find out.
I'm about to say.
We should find out if we make it the poll question.
Would they care? It doesn't affect their lives, but you kind of want to know now, right? I feel like you want to know now.
My personal opinion is that it matters from this standpoint. Regardless, let's say these two people were single, unaffiliated, no kids, the idea that Sports Dad put out there of this is their personal lives, why do we care? That is true to some point. Other than we're all desperate for information. We like to know what's going on with these people that we've seen that are celebrities, right? Allegedly or otherwise. But if there is something, let's say they were both single, unattached, whatever, and then these photos came out.
Oh, nobody would care.
Well, I think her bosses at The Athletic and New York Times would care.
I feel like
from a reporter's standpoint, I think that's where this story is somewhat sports related. Is this is someone who's supposed to be unbiased covering a team or a league, and now one of its most prominent coaches, there's even a hint of you being overly cozy with that person. That's where it becomes a professional issue, right? For a reporter.
I feel like as a reporter, you can still be unbiased.
you should be able to be. I don't know. I mean, again,
I work for the Browns, and I'm very unbiased.
Well,
I do stuff for the Buckeyes all the time, and I'm very unbiased.
Well, you can give your opinions on that. Are you alleged to be sleeping with anyone involved with those organizations? Because I think that's the problem here. Is it looks like, again, we don't know what Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel are doing, and to some degree, right, it isn't our business. But when it comes to like the New York Times Athletic, if you see an article from Diana Rossini, let's say she writes an article about the Patriots that she reported, she worked on for 3 weeks, she got all this information, and it comes out saying, I don't know, the Patriots are doing things the right way. And here's all the stuff they do behind the scenes that's so brilliant. Do you think people would read that article now any differently than they would have last week? Obviously, the answer is yes. You would think perhaps she's putting that out there because she has some kind of, even if it's just a friendship with Mike Vrabel, that's purely platonic.
Don't they got a friend? She should have a friendship with all of them, right?
Well, you can have a professional relationship with everybody, but a friendship or you know what I mean? Like, look, I don't want to like mix stories here, but we just had a situation we were talking about earlier with Ted Ginn Jr. getting arrested in Dallas for a DUI while, the Aviators were down there. Obviously, on this show, I wasn't here the day he was interviewed, but like Ted Ginn has been on this station, on this show, other shows, right?
Yeah.
Like people know Ted Ginn around here. We have met him, all that kind of stuff. If we just said nothing about this or like even said, oh, he didn't do anything wrong, like that would indicate that some kind of personal feelings might be getting in the way there. We have to still talk about it as, objectively as we can and say, hey, this is not good. If this guy did this, that calls into question whether or not he should be the head coach of a team. Right? I personally like Kevin McGuff as a human being, not to bring this up from a year ago, but when he got, pulled over and arrested for the issue he had with DUI, I, at the time was very critical of that. Still kind of am. Like, even though I like the guy personally, I can't defend that at all. And I'm saying at some point when you do a job like this, you do have to separate the personal stuff from the professional side of it.
I mean, I had to do it with D. Lee.
Your buddy Darren Lee is obviously in a very, he's got a very bad criminal situation right now that he is involved in. Allegedly all that, but still it does not look good. Like the whole point here is sometimes you have to put that stuff aside, your friendships, your personal relationships, and talk about what's going on. I can see how people would look at Diana Rossini and say, yeah, I don't know if you're reporting biased information now because of this situation.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair to say that. I guess you would question a little bit. But I guess it just depends on the article.
Well, true enough. Is that, I don't know. I'm not a pro athlete. You were around the locker rooms like.
Oh, I could care less about no article.
Well, no, but did you see reporters that you would say, oh, that report, you don't have to name names, but like, did you ever see reporters who were cozy with some players or coaches versus others? Not in a way that's romantic or anything. But I'm just saying,
I feel like all the reporters from the NFL that I dealt with, male or female, they was all pretty cool. Like we could all, and then like have conversations, not even about football stuff. So, they all was pretty cool. I never dealt with somebody where I was like, who is this? I don't know, who is this guy or who is this girl? Like I've never had that type of situation. They all seemed pretty cool and laid back. Really wasn't like trying to grill you on questions or nothing like that. But then again, I was no star either.
Well, I think I was a star in our
I was always a jokester. So if you came to me to ask me about something, it was probably gonna be in a joking manner. So yeah. No, but reporters to me, they were all cool to me. I ain't had no issue with none of them.
All right, Dylan, do we want to put a fan poll up then of?
I've officially put one up.
What is the fan poll officially? What is the word?
Lakers in 5.
Is it any of our business what happened between Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini?
There you go. All right, you can go weigh in on that now. Just go to 971thefan.com on our Twitter page as well. It's there. Yeah. So weigh in on the fan poll. Let us know. I think it does matter. I think it's worth knowing about, but we'll find out what you think when we look at the fan poll.
Listen, they grown.
Yeah, but they also have a professional level that they have to attain, right? And there's all the personal stuff aside. Like if you're a reporter and you get that involved with the people you cover, it calls into question your ability to cover that. That's why I do think she's getting more heat for this than he is, in part, right? Because as a coach, if anything, you could say, well, that's a good job by you to help influence a reporter to help possibly, if any of that happened, allegedly. That's why people are probably giving him a little bit more of a pass on that. But not that makes it right. That's just the way it is. Jake Diebler landed a couple of basketball commitments over the weekend, including a name you should be very familiar with. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Just noticing one crash on your roads for this Monday. It's still happening just south of Grandview Heights, 670 eastbound, just passing Grandview Avenue. That right shoulder is blocked. I will say, folks, there are delays in this area, even far back towards 270 and 70 over on the west side. We also have a disabled vehicle over closer towards New Albany. The left shoulder is blocked on 161 eastbound, just beyond Hamilton Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Refi your car loan at Kemba Financial Credit Union and get up to $500 cash back the next day. Sometimes a little extra cash is all you need to put a boost in your step and your bank account. More money, less stress. It's easy. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Ends April 18th, 2026. Equal opportunity lender.
Coffee, sandwich, hash browns. Tired of the same breakfast routine? Time to refresh your morning ritual with a $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. It starts with a premium blend of freshly brewed coffee, a hot, savory breakfast sandwich made with freshly cracked eggs, and for a tasty twist, a daily baked donut to sweeten the deal. Ask for the $6 Tim's Trio. Your morning ritual refreshed. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer. Medium coffee only. Terms apply.
Save big money on your next project now at Menards. Menards is the leading supplier of quality roof and floor trusses. Choose from our large selection of residential and post-spring trusses, or design custom trusses specifically for your project. Get started on your building project today in store or on Menards.com. Plus, view our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. Back in 1989, when I first went on the radio to introduce this whole no closing cost concept, where you could actually close on your mortgage without the lender taking $15,000, I had no idea if I had created the next pet rock fad of the day or something that would define my career over the course of the next 37 years. But once mortgage rates fell from 9 down to 6, our business exploded and I never looked back. You see, a no-cost loan is the only consumer-friendly mortgage where the homeowner actually holds all the cards. Short funds to close, eliminate thousands of dollars in closing costs. Rates are now down almost 2% from the peak, but you're holding off due to the cost of a refi? Not anymore. So let's start you down that path of eliminating closing costs once and for all and keep that money where it belongs, with you. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 250-2146.
Colin Mann here for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Oh, Mikey, did you know something new is coming and it's right around the corner?
What is it?
Now you can stay while you play. It's the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel. It's coming June 12th, and we want you to celebrate with us as we open the doors with a can't-miss concert and festival.
And here's something for you this month. It's the Win Your Way drawings on select Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can score $100,000. Plus, coming in May, it's the Hollywood Tribute Concert Series.
Ooh, must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Call today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you want and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, foreclosures, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Call today and speak with me, John Kozik, for an all-cash offer and the help you need. At 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000, TurboTrackRealty.com.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes are ready, and so are we, damn it. Join Anthony Rothman, Dave Biddle, and Tim May for the Pelotonia Spring Game Tailgate Show.
Presented by Key Bank.
Broadcasting live from Fan Fest, Saturday morning at 10 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few showers this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy with temperatures in the 60s and very breezy winds. And those winds continue to gust for us heading into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies with some slight chances of showers and thunderstorms. Highs will be up right around 80 degrees. For tonight, chances of showers and thunderstorms taper off. Otherwise, skies will remain mostly cloudy with our lows in the 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Low testosterone is a real issue for many men. It can lead to poor sleep, low energy, brain fog, reduced sex drive, and make it difficult to stay in shape. Ain't that the truth? And as we all know, a healthy body plays a major role in overall health and well-being. But more than this, Tri-State Men's Health can help men lose weight, support metabolism, improve gains in the gym, and more with the 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more. With the low T treatments combined with the body composition program, most men notice real improvements, more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive. Go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Take their low T quiz. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. The cost of the appointment is only $99. There's 2 locations located in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one's in Westerville. Don't ignore the signs. Call today and take the first steps towards feeling better. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription requires. See websites for details.
By the way,
1 minute.
Good job. Way to go. By the way, it was great to see some of you out there. If you came up and said hi to either myself or Tyvis out at the OSU 4-miler yesterday. Big event. They always do a great job finishing on the 50. You were out there giving high fives.
Oh,
People
yeah.
running in.
I went from the stage, did some talking on the stage.
I don't know why that happened.
And then they was like, are you going to walk or run in this 4-miler? And I said, well, I've already participated in this event in the past. And right now in my current workout plan, I'm not at 4 miles. I'm only at 2.
Okay.
So therefore, it's no way that I'm going out there to run that. The most walking that I'm going to do is from that stage to the 50-yard line.
And you did that.
I did it.
But you know what? People were probably glad to see you.
Oh, it was a great time. It was a great time. I just like the celebration of the people getting to the end of the finish line. The high fives, to me, I take those very seriously because it's like you did something that I've been there before, so I know how difficult it is. Mm-hmm. And it was actually one person that didn't make it. They like threw up right before the finish line.
Oh,
right before they got to the handshake.
So glad you're singling them out. That's really nice of you.
Yeah,
but then they crossed.
But
the finish line.
Then they finished.
Yeah,
and it was so funny because Devin Sanchez was like, "We gonna run with you." So like they ran with her through the finish line.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a great moment.
See, that's nice.
Like. She probably felt a lot better after throwing up, actually.
Did. Oh, yeah. Usually that's what happens.
It was like somebody that was running like a little bit came out, and then they just kept running. And I was like, oh, at least she finished, though.
We've seen that, though, on football fields where it's not natural grass. And my thought always is like, I don't know why I feel like natural grass, it's like, oh, it processes all the whatever, like birds take a crap on it, animals walking across the yard, like a rabbit leaves some turds. That's normal. But like on a football field,
it's
when you have natural grass, it's like
it's just be there
because it's a synthetic surface. So does someone have to clean that? Like we've seen it in NFL games where guys have lost their lunch and then they go play.
You know it's going to clean
and it's just sitting there all day in the hot.
Well,
just getting gross.
As you know, this week it's going to rain a lot. Shout out to Meredith Garfalo. If you make sure you go to 10 TV and support her while she tells you it's going to rain this week. So it's going to get a nice bath.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it gets rinsed off that way. I've seen, I can't remember even what, there's been multiple occurrences of like offensive linemen who have been sick and they get sick in the stance and then they just keep on playing. It's like, someone's going to land in that.
Yeah. Shower.
I would timeout, coach. I'm getting subbed out until we wash that off.
Usually,
I'm not going to land.
Usually, somebody might come out there with a water bottle and like wash it down a little bit.
Okay,
but who thinks about that though?
I would think. Who would? Dylan. If we were in the middle of our office and we're like walking around and Tyvis was like, hang on a second, just threw up on the floor, and then we all kept walking through it, like at some point, wouldn't someone say we should get this cleaned up? I would. That'd be the only thing I could think of in the office the rest of the day.
Coming from a guy who wants to play in all this intense weather and all these other things, but you all of a sudden you think about somebody's vomit.
Yes, it's a.
You don't think about nothing else.
Urine, at least not where I play. I mean, it's. I don't know. Maybe a golden shower is in your future. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm just saying, if I'm doing anything and someone vomits near me, that like it's school. The janitor has to come do his job.
You gotta
get the custodian out with the powder that they put down and they scoop it all up. But on a football field, you just vomit right there and it just sits.
Have you not ever seen the movie The Replacements?
You know what? In fairness, Stained. It has been a while.
Where the lineman threw up in the huddle, and the receiver said, "If we don't move," Clifford Franklin said, "If we don't move, I'm gonna start puking." And they didn't move, and he puked.
Right.
And then they all huddled up, and then they huddled away from the vomit, and then the referee stepped in it.
Yes, this is what I'm saying is we watch it in NFL games where guys throw up on the field, and then it's just like, and the game continued. No one cleans it up?
No.
I'm lit.
This ain't the NBA.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
You think they're going to come out there with a hose and wash it down?
You want to play every game on fake grass in domes.
No, I don't want to play on I don't want to play on no fake grass.
That's what they do.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
They're putting fake grass in these domes.
They shouldn't.
They do.
They shouldn't.
They do.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
It's bad for the knees.
All right, good. At least we agree on that.
Me no play turf.
Is that what Lionel Messi sounds like? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. So Jake Diebler landed a couple of basketball commitments over the weekend. You may be familiar with the first name. His name is Justin Pippen. So a few reasons you should obviously know him. One would be the last name, because yes, if you're wondering, that is Scotty's son. He has been playing at Cal this past year.
So Larsa's going to be at the games?
There's at least a chance of that. There's a chance Scottie Pippen will be at some of these games.
That was the question in the group chat.
Oh,
is Larsa going to be there?
Yeah.
I asked it. I was like, is Scotty going to be Scotty? I was
like,
excited.
I asked it.
No,
yes.
I did not ask it. I was like, is Scotty going to be at the games? That's pretty cool. And then my friend was like, is Larsa going to be at the games?
Can we get Larsa Pippen or Scottie Pippen on the show? Or both at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
That would be
studio.
That's why I wanted Bryce James to come here. I wanted to see Savannah in real life.
Okay.
Not LeBron?
No. I've seen LeBron.
Have you met LeBron?
Yeah, he used to be on the sidelines and all. That's why we lost to Virginia Tech.
Oh, that's right.
And then he fanboyed me because he showed up at the national championship wearing a 23 jersey.
Of course, he was wearing your number.
Clearly, he wants me to sign it. I told him I'm not doing autographs right now.
Justin Pippen, you may also remember, initially started his career. I believe he was Dusty May's first recruit. Came in, signed right when Dusty May was there for a year, transferred out to Cal last year. And then this year, when he was last year being this year, whatever, the season he played at Cal, he averaged 14.2 points, 4.6 assists, 3.6 rebounds in 32 games. Started all 32 games. He was the team's second leading scorer, so that's good in some ways. Cal, though, was a 22-12 team that went 9-9 in the ACC and was an NIT team this year. So scored some points on a not great team, but has played some big time basketball for sure. The guy they got from Kentucky, Andrea Jalovic, we're going to say? Jalovic?
Sure, let him live.
We'll get to his name. Hopefully we'll get it right during the season. But
where's Paul Keels?
He is 6'11", 225-pounder who is expected to bring some size and some experience to this Buckeye basketball team from Kentucky. Have we ever had a tall guy from Kentucky in the last couple of years show up here?
Don't do that.
I don't know. Is that what's happening here? I don't know.
Because that's the first thing I thought about, too. Don't do that.
Where was Homeboy before Kentucky?
I believe he was in the Balkans.
Take me to the Balkans,
I believe he was playing professionally.
We taking Illinois strategy, huh?
Well, maybe. This guy might be like Temu Balkans. Might be Wish.com Balkans. Might be we have Balkans at home Balkans.
What do you mean? You got to lay the pipeline first, and then we can start taking the elite Balkans from Illinois.
That's right.
There's levels to it.
Dylan, you got to lay the pipe. I heard you. Heard exactly when you said that. He is, for what it's worth, Mr. Balkans is the number 115 ranked player in the portal. So he's number 25 power forward in the portal in the country. So I'm guessing he's more of a depth piece. I'm guessing also, Justin Pippen also looks like to me a depth piece. He was the number 78 ranked player in the transfer portal.
Because you donate to your local collectives?
Yeah, I did. My time yesterday at the Buckeye 4-miler. I was out there hanging out because they, I'm sure, raised some money for it. Weren't some current Buckeye basketball players out there?
Yeah, Junie was out there and Amari Bynum.
That's good.
And
that's too bad I didn't run into him. I would have. Fun conversation.
Aaron Kraft was out there.
Shout out to him, Dr. Aaron Kraft. You mean
Dr.
Put some
Kraft?
respect on his
Yeah,
name.
exactly right.
Pardon me.
And I don't know how many football players you saw out there, but I saw Julian Sain rang the victory bell.
Yeah, I thought it was Cap.
What do you mean you heard?
Well, because we couldn't see him.
Well, there was video. I saw the video.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like when he was ringing the bell, I obviously couldn't see him. I'm like, that ain't no Julian ringing the bell. And sure enough, they posted the video. I said, oh yeah, he was ringing the bell.
I just want to point out the first year of the victory bell tradition, we did not win a national championship. So I think maybe that tradition may be cooked.
Along with
I'm
camp.
saying.
No, camp is back.
Camp. Oh God,
camp needs to be back because I didn't get a chance to experience it.
I forgot about this. I don't know what album it is, but this weekend is what they call Record Store Day, where you go to like all the record stores, independent record stores all across the country. They have special releases that are out just on Record Store Day, and you have to stand in line, and you can only buy these records like that day, right? One of the releases on the list of stuff that's coming out this weekend for Record Store Day is a 10-year anniversary of one of Camp's albums.
Does Ohio own it?
I don't know. I hope it is. But if I go to Record Store Day and I see it, I may just buy it for you.
Thank
you.
You
can have it on vinyl.
Yep.
So then you never have to hear it again.
And then I want them to sign it.
Good. Go get them to sign it. I'm sure that's the new tradition at Ohio State.
My vinyl.
Songs that get nobody fired up. That's what we like to play. All right, the breakdown with Joshua Perry in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for our friends in Delaware City. Starting today, a portion of State Route 37, also known as Central Avenue, and the points will be closed for some repairs. That's happening between 42 to 36, and that's starting today, April 13th, lasting for about 45 days. As for that detour, it's going to be taking roads like this one, 36 westbound. If you're heading towards that area, you'll take northbound on 42 instead. Then from there, head westbound on State Route 37. You can also take this detour in reverse. 910 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Want to start testosterone therapy? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all doses from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise. At Low T Center, you can get insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for maximum effectiveness and safety. Low T Center continues to lead the industry in TRT. And this month, enjoy a free men's T test and discounted peptides while supplies last. Head to lowtcenter.com and sign up for your free test today. That's lowtcenter.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we put new windows in a Dublin home last week. You wouldn't believe how much new light was let in. Changed the entire mood of the home.
You don't need fancy windows to change the mood of a room, Leslie. Know what else will do that? Wilson's Wicks, my new candle line. Here, smell this one.
Oh, that's bad.
I call it warm tuna salad. It's not for everyone.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets Hockey, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the breakdown with Joshua Perry.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, we will talk some spring football here with Joshua Perry, who joins us now. But Joshua, before we get to the Buckeye spring game, we were having a robust discussion about bodily fluids on the field. We were talking about someone vomiting on the turf when it's not like this is something that we see in football games where people vomit and then the play goes on. Is there a process where they're cleaning this that I'm not aware of? Tyvis just was like, well, you just play through it. You just deal with it. Is that the way it works? Or would you stop a game if someone vomited right in front of you and then it's like, all right, now let's line up and put your hand down right there? I mean, what do you do in that situation?
I'm not exactly sure that you can stop a game for a little bit of vomit. Maybe afterwards they go through and they, like the sawdust or whatever they throw down there to kind of sop it up. Maybe they put some of that down and then they go over and they vacuum it up or whatever the case is. But during a game, you don't stop. I would say the other one, Tyvis, I don't know if you ever did this. I was a participant in this behavior, but during a game, if you had to go, you just wet your pants and then you spray it down with some Gatorade, water bottle or whatever, and you're good to go after that. And so I don't think vomit's the only thing that you're really worried about, if we're being completely honest about this. I think you've got urine as well that's in the mix.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Mark Schlereth talking about, like, did he use a towel? Am I wrong? I feel like he would, like, do that into a towel, basically. Because you can't leave the field.
Who would do it into, like, empty Gatorade bottles or water bottles or whatever, and you would huddle up around them and you would put the towels up so nobody could see on the sidelines, people couldn't see in the stands, and then the TV cable cam couldn't, like, get an aerial shot of you doing this. That was if you wanted to be, clean and I can't pee myself. We're playing football, so you can literally just pee your pants and nobody's going to say anything.
The only other sport where I know that participants actively wet themselves is NASCAR drivers or race car drivers, where they're in a car and they can't get out of the car because they're going 200 miles an hour. And if you have to go, you just go there in the car. But I'm just shocked that there's not a way to, if I can get to halftime, then I can go and not have to wet myself. That's a whole new thing for me. I wasn't aware.
Let me give you this. I don't think scientifically sweat and urine are all that different in terms of their composition.
What is wrong with you, man?
No, I'm making the case. Oh, one of my favorites, by the way. I'm making the case that it's really not all that bad. Okay, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Josh, you're sitting here trying to justify urinating on yourself.
I don't do it anymore. Perfectly clear.
So let me get
you see Josh out at a restaurant, Joshua Perry, you walk up to him, he's like, oh, sorry, man, I just didn't feel like getting up right now. And you're like, oh.
So let me get this right. You're openly admitting that you urinated on yourself.
Yes.
You a better man than me.
Takes a real man to admit that stuff.
Okay, let's move on. Joshua, what is your favorite spring game memory from your career?
I'm going to give you just a general spring memory besides the spring game. I will say when we went to Cincinnati to play that spring game, thought it was a pretty fun adventure through and through. My best memory from spring, though, was Student Appreciation Day, and that was something that Urban had really wanted to, hype up during his tenure. And he would have all the competitive drills, and we would have scrimmage, and he would have different situations, like bring the students in, put the ball in the middle of the field, see if you can respond under pressure. And then we would have some fun situations, like Brutus might jump in the drill. And Tyvis, I know you remember this, so the people out there,
Dave Perkins,
video of it. David Dumbass Perkins.
Yeah.
Leveled Brutus. I mean, almost. I don't know if the guy inside the mascot suit was okay afterward, but they're running a play and everybody's kind of jogging, well, we're going to tag Brutus or whatever. And David Perkins, full speed, absolutely levels. I'm talking about Brutus parallel to the ground before his whole body just slammed down there. And it is an image I can never forget. It was one of the wildest things, and also a great example of why David Perkins did not make it here. Because he did not think very far.
Hey.
Wow. Yeah, probably tackling the mascot full speed with them not having any pads on. It's probably not the best move there. You know what? We didn't ask Brutus that when he came in studio last year. We'll have to ask him that next time he's in. If he remembers that. Joshua Perry joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So there for this game, spring game coming up this weekend, there are a lot of guys who clearly can make a name for themselves. We talk about spring game heroes, but how much of that from the coaching staff do they actually put stock in your performance when there is actually an audience? There are some TV cameras. You have former players like Tyvis who are going to be calling that game on television, stuff like that. It's a big-time atmosphere. What does that mean for a player who gets to go out there and show what they can do for the first time?
You hit clear before you hit play.
That's right. You got to hit clear on the telestrator before they roll the play. This is my piece of advice to you. So this is what I would tell you is I think the spring game it's a good environment for guys to get out there who maybe haven't played very much or haven't been in the stadium at all to get that feeling, and there will be eyes on you, but it's a controlled environment. And I think you can use it to maybe figure out if a guy can respond to the setting. I think there's a lot of confirmation that comes from if a guy had a good spring and he goes out there and he has a really good spring game, like it confirms that you believe that he's going to be a really good player, contributor for you in the fall. I think the ones that are really hard to figure out are the guys who were like, they were taking steps, but really weren't super splashy during the spring. And then all of a sudden they go out there in the spring game and they just have like fantastic plays. And they're one of the guys that everybody's buzzing about, but there was really not a lot of buzz before that. Because I think coaches like to use these, as I mentioned, for confirmation. Like I don't think any coach likes to have outlier information that pops up off of like a spring game, because then you're reevaluating everything you saw all spring. And it's like, did we miss something? Or is this guy maybe just a gamer and doesn't practice very well? And how do we trust a player like that if they can't repeat what they did in the game during practice and we're supposed to figure out who's supposed to be on the field? So I think that's probably the odd situation. A lot of this is literally like, for Emery Jr., for example, young player, first time out there, you're making your strides, seeing some of the plays on social media that have been phenomenal out of you. Can you go out there and do it when there are some people in there and this is on TV and there's maybe not as much pressure as you would ever feel in a Saturday in the fall, but there's more pressure than when you're at the Woody. Can you respond to that? And if you can, now we feel more confident as we go into training camp that you might be a real guy for us this fall.
Joshua, who's the one guy that you think makes the biggest play on Saturday?
That's an interesting question from the standpoint of it's probably somebody who is going to play a ton of reps, so not one of the usual players that you would think is going to be like a dude in the fall. So I'm going to go with Tavian St. Clair.
Oh,
I think Ryan Day is going to want to get Julian some good reps, but like get him out one of those kind of clean, efficient days from him. And then you want to see, as we talked about, guys who haven't really played. I think this is the perfect scenario to see if what has matched up, which from what I've seen and what I've heard, is Tavian is developing. He's taking steps. They're coaching him hard because they want to make sure that in case anything happens, they have another guy who's ready to go. Can you replicate that as the second quarterback and the quarterback of the future for this Ohio State team? And I think he's going to have one of those, big, deep plays down to one of the new or young wide receivers that's going to wow some people. So I'll say that one, Tavian St. Clair.
Joshua, we always appreciate the time. We always appreciate the insights into how it really is to play professional football.
Pee yourself.
The stuff Tyvis would never tell you.
I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't do that. I don't have a bladder problem.
Sure. No, I don't have a bladder problem either, but I'm sure that you've had some urine on your uniform and maybe you just didn't know it, but I'm sure it's happened to you, Ty.
The last question on this, was it during was it pouring rain? Because then I could feel like that might be a little bit more acceptable if everybody's already soaking wet anyway. It's like, well, this is all going to rinse off, but would it be on like a dry day you would do this, or
in training camp when you're soaked with sweat, you would do it. And then what you do is you spray the water on yourself to kind of wash it away. Okay. I'm not saying like you're gonna sit in it and like ha ha he he like you're a toddler wearing a diaper, but like you gotta go. You can't tell coach, hey, I've got to go all the way back to the Woody from Ackerman Road.
We have porta potties out there.
Brother, I think getting in a porta potty is actually worse than what I'm talking about.
That's crazy.
That's an see. All right. Well, next week we'll do more toilet talk with Joshua Perry or maybe a little NFL draft talk next Monday, since that'll be coming up. But we always appreciate the time, Joshua. Thanks again.
All right. Take care, guys.
There you go. JP on the breakdown every single Monday right here on The Fan. Crosstalk with Baker, and we'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still monitoring just one crash out on our roads happening just south of Grandview Heights to 670 eastbound, just passing Grandview Avenue. That right shoulder is currently blocked. On the south side of Columbus, really by Lockburn, we are seeing a disabled vehicle affecting that northbound direction of 23. Just beyond Row Road, that right lane is blocked out there. And also still seeing a disabled vehicle as you're heading towards New Albany in our northeast corner. State Route 161 eastbound, just passing Hamilton Road, where that left shoulder is blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air. A seasonal tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. It all adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
3 people, 3 different kinds of joint pain, 1 decision to do something about it. The solution, not surgery. It was QC Kinetics Regenerative Treatments.
I wanted to use my own body to hopefully regenerate and get rid of that pain. So it's been 3 months and my back is significantly better.
The pain in my knees was pretty severe, so I came here, and even after the first treatment, I noticed an incredible difference. If you have pain in any part of your body, this is the place to go.
I couldn't go to the gym anymore, and I couldn't play with my grandkids. That's why I made the decision to come here to QC Kinetics, and it was the best decision that I ever made for my own health. This works. Don't do surgery.
Finally, relief for 3 real patients. Lives transformed through QC Kinetics non-surgical treatments. Your story could be next. Call for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
It always seems to happen at the worst time. You're finally in bed after a long, hard day, and then you hear it. You sit up, heart sinking. Is that coming from the ceiling? All of a sudden, it's a middle-of-the-night flashlight hunt to find the leak. But don't worry, Newman Roofing has you covered, literally. With more than 3 decades in the business, we've seen just about everything a storm can throw at a roof. Our teams know how to spot the problem, explain your options, and fix it right the first time, with craftsmanship and care you can feel good about. We're not just here for a quick patch job, and we never will be. We're here to make sure your home stays protected season after season. So when it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, choose the company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Coffee, sandwich, hash browns. Tired of the same breakfast routine? Time to refresh your morning ritual with a $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. It starts with a premium blend of freshly brewed coffee, a hot, savory breakfast sandwich made with freshly cracked eggs, and for a tasty twist, a daily baked donut to sweeten the deal. Ask for the $6 Tim's Trio. Your morning ritual refreshed. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer. Medium coffee only. Terms apply.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, big radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube. Whew, just to name a few. Live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joining the program, a guy who's very eager about this upcoming weekend because of WrestleMania going on. Look at you, Oba.
Well, I'm not necessarily eager.
Wait a minute. I didn't even say who you were. Ryan Baker. Go ahead.
They won't know who you are, Baker, unless he
They
introduces
don't
you
need
officially.
to know who I am. It's all good. I just the Obafemi. That's the dance. That's the chair dance you do during the show, and I just. But actually, Tyvis, so I got a kick in the gut last night.
Oh, because of the Jackets.
With the Blue Jackets.
Did you watch the Aviators?
No, I didn't watch the Aviators. But I got a kick in the gut from the Blue Jackets, and then I come in here today, and I'm so excited because I get to see my friend Tyvis Powell.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't even come out and say hello today.
Don't do that.
He stayed here in this studio for 2 hours.
Like a hermit.
He's usually out there shooting baskets every chance he gets, coming out, hello, and yelling it at.
What was I doing?
You stayed
I was in here. I was in here hunting down this clip, and it took me all show to find the clip.
A clip of you getting toasted. Like,
I told the story early on the air, and I had to find the clip because I wanted to show T-Bone the clip.
I thought coming to work today would make me feel better, and then you kicked Eeyore while he was
Wait a minute.
down.
When you pull up in this station and you see that 971, the Fan, that big sign, you don't just get giddy.
I usually do, and I kind of was, but then I'm waiting.
Well,
I'm like the kid. That got forgot at soccer
practice.
practice.
What else messed us up is that we are in charge of the fan poll, so we had to come up with that.
Yeah. Today we ended up coming with the first one. Did you see the fan poll today?
Well, I did, but more importantly, I saw it on Friday at first and realized when I heard you guys say we're in charge of it now, I was like, well, that makes sense.
By the way, Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. Record audio button on the Fan app. You can hit that now if you've got a hot take for us, or anytime today. We can play it tomorrow for you on the air. So record audio. Maybe that will be part of your hot take. Who knows?
Thanks to JT's Pizza and Pub for sponsoring the Fan poll.
Hilarious.
Shout out to them.
T-Bone, I saw something on Twitter during the break that I need to urgently share with you.
Okay.
It's a tweet from the official Mountain Dew account from Saturday, and it said, Ohio, as the number 1 and number 2 drinkers for Green Dew and Baja Blast, is insane. Y'all are the true Dew stans.
Hey.
That's
Listen,
the least surprising tweet
Not surprising
I've ever
at all.
read in my entire
Are you
life.
kidding me?
Drink Mountain Dew like that?
Ohioans do.
Listen to me.
Yes.
I
Listen to
haven't
me.
had a Mountain Dew in probably 3 years.
Neither have I.
You just had a Baja Blast on Tuesday.
I didn't have a Baja
on
Blast.
What was that?
What I had was called a Blast Zero, which is none of the bad stuff and only the deliciousness of Baja Blast. That's what I had. I drink zeros. Mountain Dew Zero,
Allegedly.
Code Red Zero, Baja Blast Zero.
You really can taste the difference between, like let's go like Coke Zero and a Coca-Cola. Can you really taste the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely a different taste, but I'll drink the Coke Zero because it has fewer calories.
What about Diet Coke and Coke Zero?
Diet Coke and Coke Zero both taste vastly different. They use different artificial sweeteners. Yes, they use different artificial sweeteners.
They both are like, allegedly the same thing. Like,
well, they're 0 calorie.
Correct.
But Tyvis, again, like,
there's a difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero.
Here's how you know. Hot take, maybe. The Diet Coke and the Coke Zero is gross, and the regular Coke is not.
Hit the ding button. Hit the ding button.
I have never. Hang on. Coke Zero. I will fight you on that one. Diet Coke, you can definitely tell a difference, but I will drink a Coke Zero and say, all right, it is different than Coke. It's not bad. I can drink a Coke Zero all day. Diet Coke, I don't like the taste of Diet Coke.
I used to work with people on a different radio station on a different morning show that swore that the Diet Coke tastes better than the regular Coke, and I cannot get behind
that. I can't. No, I don't think Coke Zero tastes better than regular Coke. I've just made peace with
drinking
it.
that dark stuff like that anyway.
Look, we're losing focus. The main point here is that Ohio loves Mountain Dew. and Baja Blast, and I feel like at least I've had a small part in that as someone who has openly shared his love for Baja Blast
Baker,
for
do you
years on
drink
these
Mountain
airwaves.
Dew?
I do once in a while.
Which one? You a Code Red guy?
If I go to Taco Bell, I feel like I have to get a Mountain Dew.
That's right.
So
That's
no,
exactly.
I don't do. I mean, I've had Code Red and I've had the Live Wire. I'm not a Baja Blast, just the regular.
What's the
old Mountain
orange
Dew.
one called? Sweet Lightning?
Live Wire.
The
is
orange
that Live
one?
Wire?
Yes.
I forget.
No,
Yeah,
the one that's only at KFC.
Look it up.
that I'll tell you. By the way,
Are you looking up?
Fight me.
We're looking up Tyreek Hill smoking you. Look up this. See me smoking you.
by the way, I will say that the one that's at KFC, whatever it is called,
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Sweet Lightning.
it's not
That's
good.
not orange. The Live Wire is the orange.
The
Yes,
Sweet
there is-
Lightning is orange, man.
Sweet
No, no,
Lightning
no.
is more like a yellowish orange.
Can I
Whatever.
settle
man.
this? As the
Whatever.
premier Mountain Dew drinker in this studio right now, I just want to say that Live Wire is different than what is at KFC. That KFC drink
What is it? They're two
pure
different. They're
booty cheeks. It is
What?
terrible.
You don't
It
like the
is-
Sweet Lightning? What
No.
about the blue one? What's the blue one called?
No, I don't.
The blue one was the best one.
So-
So good you can't remember the name.
what
of
is
it.
the name?
Every Sunday when I leave here after the fan call-in show, or if I stick around like yesterday and help out with On the Money, I run to Meijer to get some things for the week.
Yeah.
And yesterday, did I see something now? There's called a Dirty Dew.
They are doing the dirty sodas. where they
Because
put,
I was like,
coffee
wait a
creamer-
second. Like, there's got to be some better kind of marketing here
No,
for this.
dirty
but-
sodas are like the thing that's taken over where they put like some creamer in the pop, and so now they're putting that in cans and bottles.
But
I don't know how they're doing
Dirty
it.
soda is different than a dirty dew, Bone. Like, I feel like you got to get some wet wipes out and clean up after that.
Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on the Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, this story comes to us from Seattle. Police investigating a shooting on Rainier Avenue in Seattle. 50 rounds were recovered in a drive-by shooting, but here's the thing, no injuries occurred. Apparently around 4:20 p.m., officers responded to calls of automatic gunfire. They found 50 rounds of ammunition on the ground, spent shell casings. They learned that a sedan occupied by multiple suspects fired at a victim as he ran. The victim was found at a nearby grocery store with no injuries and was also uncooperative with police. So obviously that seems very interesting. They are looking for a suspect, and the thought I had was like 50 shots without one landing on its target. Who do they think they are? The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I mean, continually just kick a man when he's down over here.
Hey, all right. That's it for us. Bishop and Friends is coming up next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for drivers that are used to taking 670 for pretty much the entire week. We're going to be seeing some bridge repairs happening in this area. And with that, we'll be seeing some lane closures. 670 westbound, particularly between 33 and 70, will be down to 2 lanes. Also in this area, a ramp will be closed. It's that Grandview Avenue ramp to 670 westbound. That's starting at 9 o'clock tonight and lasting for about a week. I'm 10.